Hello. Okay, hello everyone. Suppose there's nobody now lah. Okay, I'm pretty sure some is like you are in school. Okay, some maybe you're in tuition or maybe some you're sleeping. Okay, so I do it like super early in the morning so that I can record it and then eventually you can watch it repeatedly lah. So that's the idea why I put it like early in the morning. Okay, so I originally I wanted to make it like probably 6:30, but I cannot wake up. Okay, like everyone. Now, so the situation now for this year, 2025, super obvious is that everybody, every single, I would say, consider every single teacher lah, teacher, we are rushing syllabus, correct? Okay, due to the academic year where they pull it super early. Okay, but but this will not stop us, okay, from doing revision repeatedly. Okay, so that's the reason why I come up with an extra session so that you all can see how we solve like possible questions that happens in exam lah. Okay, now so this paper that I'm going to do with you, right? Okay, this paper that I'm going to do with you is actually from this school from called SMGK Catholic. Yeah. So as I go through a few, I would say what's that called? School exam paper. Okay, because like students pass to me, right? Like CCC. Okay, not bad. So when I look through, I notice, this paper macam can share, or so I take this paper. So of course there are so many different more school paper. Okay, but this one I think worth sharing lah. And of course, a few things that you need to know on the materials and what are the things that I prepare for you. You can always click on the description below. Okay, description below. So when you click on it, right, you will notice I place a lot of extra CHS, okay, Catholic High School past year paper inside, where student pass to me. So I collect that, I put it there for you to do it. And of course, in normal class, in my existing class, right, as normal class, um, you have a total of four sets of model paper with answer behind, right? So by right, you have plenty of questions to try it out. The thing is that whether you 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 act, lor, right? So you have to act, lor. If let's say you didn't act, basically you watch only. It's not a it's not a wise choice like let's say you watch. So you should write. So we name it as output lah. You have to write. You have to try to attempt. Okay, because like when you hands on it, it's different. You know what? I get you an example on what do I mean by hands on. For example, now you are talking about basketball. Okay, let's say you want to play basketball. So you are a nerd that you always watch different skills from YouTube. Okay, YouTube, IG, TikTok, anywhere lah. So they have this like very strong like players, okay, street ball players. They have been doing skills, you know. Then you watch it, your eyes understand already. Your eyes understand, you know. It's like, I think I can do it. That's your imagination only, which is good because that's the first step. Then after you understand using your eyes, then you should attempt, you should try. So the moment when you take the ball and you try to do the skill, you know what, you cannot do it. You know, because I mean, first few attempt probably cannot. Maybe you have to try like at least 10 times, 20 times, even 100 times, or maybe like 500 times, you know. Okay, for students when you play basketball, badminton, whatever, you know, drawing even, you have to try, attempt a lot of times, try that. So that's the idea, you have to hands on. Okay, you have to hands on. Okay, now, so everything prepared in your description below, as well as another additional what, you know, another additional where I did put it over here lah. So another additional touchable link. And the touchable link, right, it's actually important videos that I share in my YouTube channel. And I copy paste the link, I put it into that PDF file below. It states that touchable link. So you download the PDF, you don't download and print, you know. Oi, don't download and print. One student go and print out the touchable link. Touchable link means you can touch the link so that it flies you to that specific video. So you have to download the PDF and you touch. Okay, so be careful. So I prepared that for you as well. Yes, you can use that as a reference. And of course, another link below, you notice the hack. Okay, the hack on how to type simultaneous equation using 3 different calculators. I put everything in the description. Okay, so if let's say you want to find me for students where you're not in my class, you can find me through IG, Language Mathematics in Instagram. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So I will do it as fast as possible, and some of the super easy question I will skip. Okay, the main part is to bring the motivations to you lah. Okay, motivations to you. Okay, Joe. Now, section A, okay, section A, 20 questions. Okay, you notice that 20 questions, and each question, of course, it will be 1 mark lah. Okay, each question will be 1 mark. So, of course, I have calculated with me as well. Okay, I've calculated with me as well. Arrange the number below in descending order. What is descending order? Smallest to the biggest lah. Okay, descending. So the opposite of it will be ascending lah. Terbalik pula. Okay, big to small. So if let's say ascending, it will be from small to big lah. Okay, so in this case, you notice there is this negative 2.3, 8 over 3, negative 0.4, 10 over 12. So what I do is that I change everything into, depends. You want to change everything to decimal, you want to change everything to fraction, up to you. But for me, I'll just change to decimal lah. So negative 2.3, then this one you have like 2.67. Okay, then after that 10 over 12, you have 0.833. Now, so they say biggest, of course, biggest will be positive value lah. Obviously, will be this thing first. So you will look at this and you notice this thing start with 803, right? Then you know what's the answer already, no? Skip. Now, next question number 2. Calculate the sum of the prime factors of 56. The fastest way to do your prime factors, everybody. Prime factors, I repeat, prime, it means prime number, of course. Factors, you know. Okay, factors, you know. Something like, for example, factors of 56. 1 times 56, 2 times 28. Then after that, blah, 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 a lot more. Okay, but if you do like the factors one by one, waste of time. So the best way will be you do something called the successive division. Okay, successive division. So it means you continuously divide it using prime number. Whether you are doing LCM, okay, lowest common multiple, or you are doing HCF, highest common factor, the advice to you lah, better you start with the smallest prime number and continue dividing it according to what they want. In this case, we are doing something sort of like LCM lah. Okay, so 56, we're going to start dividing using the smallest prime number, which is 2. So I divide by 2, I get 28. Then I further divide by 2 because possible lah. If I say can repeat, you repeat lah. So divide by 2 again. Repeat means you repeatedly divide using the same prime number if possible. So you get 14 and you use 2 again. Okay, you get 7. You can't use 2, right? Then you move to the next prime number, which is 3. So 3, not possible. Next, 5. 5 not possible. Next, 7. So 7, then finally you get 1. So you notice the type of prime number. I repeat, the type of prime number that you have been using, it's, okay, maybe I put it over here by the side, just like as if I'm doing section C workings, okay? So I try to write as detailed as possible, but in your exam, possible to do it faster, go ahead. Okay, so this will be obviously 2 and 7. But the question wants sum, so you have to add it. So eventually you will get donkey because they want 2 plus 7, 9. The sum of the prime factors. Okay, so the one repeat, of course, you don't repeatedly 2, 2, 2 like this. Only if they say something like, what's the product that forms 56 using prime number? Then you do like 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Okay, can? Now, so number 3, finally we get this word LCM, HCF, lowest common multiple and highest common multiple. Okay, so they ask for the difference, between LCM of 6, 8. So let's do it. LCM for 6 and 8. Then the other one is like HCF that belongs to 18 and 24. Okay, so what's the difference between LCM and HCF method? The method that we are using over here, we name it as successive division, or maybe repeated division, continuous division. The word division you know already. So we are using prime number to repeatedly divide it. Okay, prime number to repeatedly divide it. So I will start with, wait, there's a few important things between, important difference between LCM and HCF. It looks the same. So let's focus on LCM first. The idea of LCM is that, of course, we use the smallest prime number 2, but the thing is, whether both of them or maybe one of them can be divided, we don't care. As long as any of it can be divided, we continue. So 2, can you divide both 6 and 8? Macam boleh ah. So this one you get 3, this one you get 4. Then can you continue with the same prime number? The answer is yes. Then you will use it for what? I mean, what do I mean by can you use the same prime number to continue? You notice, teacher, but 3 cannot. Or nobody cares because the next 4 possible. So you can divide, you put 2. Okay, then after that 3 cannot, you leave it. You just pull it down. Then after that you divide by 2 again. This one possible, 3 not possible. Then this one 2 not possible already, right? As long as finally, eventually you get 1 for every single numbers that you have in the little I would say little boat inside lah. So there's a little boat over here. As long as you get everything 1 after you divide everything, then you will need to stop already. So you will divide by 3 to get 1 and 1. So therefore, LCM equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So this will be how much? So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, that will be 8 times 3, 24. So I found LCM. Then we will use the same successive division method, aka repeated division, aka continuous division, right? So the difference here will be, okay, we will use 2 as well, the smallest prime number, but we have to check whether the given numbers, you have 2 numbers here, right, can be divided. No, I should phrase it this way. Whether the prime number that you're using to divide can divide both given numbers or not. If let's say there's 3 numbers inside, make sure you divide all the 3 numbers. Okay, 3 numbers inside. So you divide by 2, you get how much? 18 divided by 2, you get 9. 24 and 2, you get 12. And next, can you use 2? If this is LCM, yes. Too bad, this is HCF. You have to make sure you divide both given numbers. Got 3, then you have to divide 3 given numbers lah. So I divide by 3, I will take 3 and 4, then you stop. Because no other prime numbers, you can use it to divide every single number. Now, students might ask, sure, 18 and 24, why can't I just straight use 6 to divide both? The answer is yes, but I will still prefer students to use prime number. Of course, there's reason, but I don't want to mention it over here because I need questions to explain. But I try to keep this video as short as possible. So HCF equals to 2 times 6, 2 times 3, sorry, you get 6. So therefore, difference will be big minus small. You get how much? Big minus small, you get 18. So answer will be B lah. But be careful, all the questions that you circle, right? In your exam, they will give you a designated place to fill in all the alphabets. Like the first question is D, the next question is D, the next question is B, something like that. You have to fill it there. You didn't fill it there, 0 marks given. So you have to make sure you fill in the correct spot for your teacher to mark. Okay. So the next one, this one workings everything. I'll move it away lah, so that I can show you all the workings lah. Okay, so this is for number 3. Now let's look at question number 4. Now question number 4, actually this one you didn't learn before lah, because your level it's linear equation. Linear equation means all the power is 1. So this one is not linear equation, this one is just something like quite random. So if you want, you can just take all your A, B, C, D, you put it inside, then you type calculator. That's the best lah. If not, I tell you something, in form what? In form 2 algebraic formula, we actually do this. Cube root of P equals -6. I repeat, form 1, you don't have this skill. Form 1, if you need to do it, you just type this one, you put inside and replace the P. You do one by one, then you will get it. But if let's say we're going to use something where I think you can understand, in your linear equation, plus, when you move to the other side of that equal, the shortcut says plus becomes minus. Minus becomes plus, right? So in this case, cube root, if you bring it to the other side, you get cube. Although this is not form 1, but I think you can understand. Okay, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, times becomes divide, divide becomes times. Square becomes square root. Cube becomes cube root. Square root becomes square. Opposite, everybody. Everything opposite. So P equals to stay negative. 6 cubed 216. Answer is A. Okay. So next, the word not equivalent. It means doesn't equal. So of course, 18, 75, 24. Then you just compare. Because actually what you do is that you just compare any numbers that you can divide. So obviously 36 and 18, you divide by 2. So 180, 150 over here, divide by 2. 75 correct, this one correct, this one correct. Then 48 divide by 2, can. So this one, everything divide by 2 or maybe times 1 or 2, you will be able to achieve this. So A is equivalent. A is not the correct answer because they asked for not equivalent. So next will be, this one a bit different. 24 and 18, this one you need decimal. Why not we skip this temporary? We use other first because others can easily convert. Like for example, 3, 3 times 1 equals 18, 3 times 6. So we try see whether everything you times 6, you will achieve this number or not. If let's say you didn't achieve it, then that's not equivalent already. So 3 times 6, 18, correct. 15 times 6, 90. Gone. B, wrong. Because they say not equivalent, so answer will be B. So please, everyone, of course, because I explained, that's why it takes slightly more time. If you're super fast, go ahead, just rush. Go ahead, because you need more time. You need more time for your section C. Okay. So now question number 6. Based on the statement means the sentence above, whether the statement is true or false, you have to read. They say based on the statement above, which of the following statement are true? Okay, they say based on the statement up top. A box which is in a cube shape. Okay, what is a cube? This is a cube shape. Okay, cube. Cube means like square base, okay? Square base, square base, solid. Okay, solid. Solid means 3D. Has a side of x cm, so everything x cm. Okay, based on the statement is R above. Okay, based on the statements is R above. Okay, they put the bracket as there. Okay, so which of the following statements are true? Okay, area of the base. Area of the base of the box supposed to be this one. Area of the base are supposed to be x squared. Area x times x, Oh, sorry, this is wrong. So if number 1 wrong, your answer obviously C already, rubbish. So you don't have to read question 2 and 3 already. Quick maths. Hey, okay, I don't want to read that anymore. Okay, now number 7. A box contains 30 apples. Looks like that's the total. There are 3 students, Amin, Ben, Chen, and they get the apple in 2, x and 5 respectively in a ratio. If Amin gets 6 apples, find the value of x. Okay, so this is Amin, Ben, and Chen, ABC. So this thing they said, Amin gets six apples, and then this one obviously times 3. So this one, of course, you have to times 3. So this one becomes 15. Yeah. Then you need the 30 for what? Yeah. Oh, I know why you need 30. So you need 30 minus actual 6 minus actual 15. 30 minus 6 and 15, you get left over 9. So 9, you want to work backwards to get that so-called unknown x. You have to, okay, maybe we do this way. X times 3 equals to 9. So working wise, this is what you should write for your paper 2 if let's say it comes up. Answer will be boy. Okay, good. Next. Question number 8. Okay, question number 8. 1.25 kg of carrots is used to make 25 dishes of fried rice. 1.25 kg of carrot, you can make 25 dishes of fried rice. What is the mass in gram? Carrots needed to make 10 dishes. Okay, I will convert the 1.25 kg into gram first, which is obviously times 1000. You get 1250 grams. Okay, once you get 1250 grams, I will do it this way, something like a proportion kind of point of view. So 1250 grams, you can make 25 dishes. So what is the mass in gram? Okay, which is, I will put that x gram. if you want to make 10 dishes. Now, this is what we're going to do. I show you is a trick that I've been using. When you compare gram up and down, dish up and down, basically you can convert into proportion, like this. Draw 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw 4 lines, cut the arrow. Then it becomes a fraction of what? It becomes a fraction of like this. 1250 over G equals to 25 over 10. Then I'm pretty sure your teacher talked about this thing called what? Sorry, this one X, called cross multiply. Cross multiply. So cross multiply, or maybe you can just simplify up to you lah. So I'll just do the cross instantly. So X times 25, I try to make the X on the left side. If you terbalik means okay, maybe I times it first, times 10, you get 12500 lah. If let's say these two things terbalik is the same one, but it's just that I try to make sure that X is on the left side. Okay, so X equals to 12500 divided by 25. These are usual form 1 workings that you have to write down. Yeah, okay, so 12500 divided by 25. Oh, you get 500. Your answer will be A. So that will be question number 8. Okay, question number 8. So 8. Now, question number 9. Now, so what's the time now? We spend like probably around near 15 minutes, which is quite long, So you must try to fit as fast as possible. Before 20 minutes, you should finish up to like before it reaches 20 minutes, you have to make sure you finish up to like probably question 15 or maybe near finish already, as fast as possible. Remember, because I explained, that's why it takes more time. Okay, now, so number 9. Okay, number 9. So 3x squared y times, I just rewrite the whole thing one more time. Okay, times what? Times this negative 5xy z squared. Okay, now, when you are doing times divide, algebraic expression, if you need basic explanation, very basic explanation, one by one, like baby steps, you can refer to the touchable link in the description below. So you download the touchable link, the PDF copy, I place it there for you. Algebraic expression, linear equation, linear inequalities, everything in detail using baby steps, calculation wise lah. Hot question, everything is in the what's it called? Hot question will be in the exam paper. But basic calculation, understanding wise, everything in your touchable link. Okay, so whenever I do times related question, I always mention this to myself. First of all, the core understanding to it. Nobody cares about times divide whether you have the same unknown or different unknown. Same or different, nobody cares. You just continue with your times divide. Same or different unknown, nobody cares. Which is the one where you care a lot about your unknowns? Unknown means the variable. When you are doing plus minus, it must be super strict. You must make sure you have the same exact like terms, meaning 100% equivalent unknowns, aka variables. Then only you can plus the numbers in front, or maybe minus the number in front according to your plus minus calculations idea. So this one times nobody cares. Okay, nobody cares. So you notice totally different style of unknowns, right? So nobody cares about that. We just continue. So the first thing you do, it's always the symbol. Step number 1, symbol, which is your plus and minus. But in this case, plus and minus is not that addition subtraction thing. The plus and minus here is the value of it, your positive and negative. Yes. So this one, obviously positive. You see, positive. This one obviously negative. So positive and negative different, you get negative. This is how you decide in your times. You decide the symbol first. Not like plus minus, you are using money. Look at the basic. Let's say you don't understand what do I mean by money. Okay, the next thing that you should look at, it will be your number. Of course, you are doing your times divide for this case. So it will be 3 times 5. The symbol thing done already. There, this one positive just now. So I put on top already, right? So 3 times 5, 15. And then finally your unknown, and you just combine everything. So x squared, basically it means x times x. You have 2 of them. This one you have 1 extra, so it becomes x cubed. And then y, there is 1 here, there is 1 here, it becomes y squared. And finally, z squared, nothing to compare, just combine it. So your final answer to this, by right, it will be B lah. Okay, now, so I'm pretty sure some school teacher, when they teach like times related question, they always ask student to break it down. Break it down. 3 times x times y times -5 times x times y times z times z. Okay, let me tell you something. This is a brilliant idea to start teaching. When your teachers start teaching algebraic expression involving times divide, right? This is a very, very brilliant idea for students to visualize how you break it down. But please, in your normal calculation, when you're doing your exam, you do this, I'll laugh at you. Okay, please, this one is to understand only. Okay, this one wastes your time if let's say you are doing your normal times. Okay, now, but understanding wise, when you start, of course, this will be the best. Understanding wise. Okay, now, so number 9 done already. So we're going to skip to question number 10 now. Okay, cool. Question number 10. Which of the following are like terms? Okay? You see the word like terms, right? It means same what? It means same unknown. 100% same unknown, 100% same. Or maybe in other words for unknowns, there is another word to it. Same variable. Okay, same unknown, same variable. Okay, so which of the following are like terms? Everybody, like terms are, let me tell you something. Obviously this one not, because this one C only, there's a C square over here. Obviously this one X and Y totally different. Can you see this thing is actually, okay, why not I break it down like what your teacher mentioned when they are talking about that specific term, how they break down, you see? This is how you break down this thing. This is how you break down this thing, cry that. So if I break the terms out, you see, minus 0.3 times x times y times y. The other one, it's 4 times y times y times x. This one is 3 times b times b times a. Do you know why b squared is actually b times b? Come on, this one is for your chapter 2. Imagine 3 squared, 3 times 3 ma. So therefore, a squared will be a times a. Got it right? Common ma? Logical ma? Correct, right? Make sense? Then 4ab cubed will be 4 times a times b times b times b. So obviously like terms will be a, right? You see? 1x, 1x, 2x, 2x, correct, right? Like terms ma? You can mix up the sequence during the question, but you cannot mix up the question when you are doing what? When you are doing your final answer, when you're putting that as a final answer. Hi, Samantha. Okay, hi, Samantha. Okay, now continue. Question 11. Okay, question 11. Okay, question 11. I started earlier. Because I want to make it as early as possible, and I can complete faster. Okay, so you just continue your front part, canon. Okay, next. Given k equals to 3 and t equals to 4, find the value of 2t minus 5k. So 2, and 2t is just like these are 2 times t, right? But I don't want to write that. So I'll just replace it using brackets. So I will just replace it using brackets. So you get 8 minus 15. 8 minus 15. So what is 8 minus 15? 8 minus 15. You see, students, you notice I've been typing calculator. I'm so used to it. Okay, so that's why sometimes why parents say, I don't use calculator so much, I become stupid later. Actually true, you see, I become stupid already. Hey, but of course, first, in order to make sure you overcome this, one of the thing will be when you study. Okay, of course, you try to put your best to understand, but all these little calculation, you type calculator is a habit actually. Okay, so I already make it a habit when even if I do what 1 plus 1, I still plus it on. It's like, oh shit, why I suddenly go and press like 1 plus 1? Okay, it's a habit already because we type too many times. Yeah. When I pick up this habit, take a guess. When I'm in Form 4, when I do accounts and maths, we've been typing a lot. So like little numbers also we type it. It's like too used to it. Okay, too used to it. So parents, you can 体谅 a bit. Hey, okay. 体谅 a bit your kids. Hey. Now, so next. Okay, next. Given 2m, okay, 2m minus n over 5 equals to 4. Okay, equals to 4. Find the value of n. So 2 bracket replace with 3 minus n basically means don't know because they said find the value of n, right? Over 5 equals to 4. So I times it, it will be, I put it by the side, 6 minus n over 5 equals to 4. Students, hey, Eng Chuan, hi, morning. Now, so students, in this case, right, that not super. I should phrase it this way. There is this very common mistake that students have been doing. You know what they do? They always throw the 5. Gone. I repeatedly mentioned it in chapter 6. I said that if you want to move the divide over, only if, okay, when you are in a situation called single fraction like single, you know, right? Single. Okay. So how do you make it single fraction? We have two ways, but I will use this common way that I've been using called breakup. Playboy, breakup. So how do you break up? Very simple. Now, this one is 6, one is negative n over 5, right? Break up, you ask 6. Can we break up? I ask, go, playboy, so negative n over 5 equals to, ask the 6 go away. So 4 minus 6. I'm writing extra workings now. So 4 minus 6 minus 12 lah. See, now becomes single fraction already, so both side negative is a shortcut. When you have single fraction or maybe one single fraction, the other one is like term, right? I tell you something, it's a shortcut. Okay, it's a trick that you can use it in your exam. Cut. So n equals to divide, you throw it to the other side, you get times. 2 times 5, n equals to 10. So please try not to skip your working in your form 1. Form 2, go ahead. Form 2, your workings is much longer. Okay, so everyone, you will get the answer as C. Okay, you will get the answer as C. Okay, the next one, number 12 done already. So let's go into 13. Now, so please speed up when you are doing your actual exam. Okay, speed up. There is plenty of model papers and school exam paper that I prep for you in normal class. Below the description, there is plenty of it. Go ahead, just spam as much as possible. Not just math only, for the other subjects. Okay, sejarah, science. Okay, science, what else? Like BM, just go ahead, just do as much as possible instead of reading. Okay, you have to hands-on, I already said that. Okay, Alice has X pieces of coins of 20 cents and Y pieces of coin of 50 cents. You're this thing 100%, they will ask you to form equation already. Yeah. Then they say the amount of money that she has is 6 ringgit 40 cents. Which of the following represents the linear equation? Which of the following linear equation represents the situation? Very simple, everybody. Since they mentioned RM, the one mentioned cent, you see which one you want to use. So I'll just make everything into cent because I hate decimal and fraction. So I'll make this into 640 lah. So they said that's the total, So 20 times with how many pieces? How I know how many pieces? But they mentioned that it's X pieces. So 20 times X. So basically means 20X. Just what we just did, right? You see? 3b squared a is actually 3 times b times b times a, right? So we can combine. So 20 times x, 20x. And then 50 cent coin, you have y, so 50y equals to a total of 640. So done. You got the answer already. Which one is your answer? Which one is your answer? Don't have one. Never mind. Never mind. You know why? Because all these numbers over here, right? All these given number, right? You can times 1 over 2. Why I say yes, actually possible to times 1 over 2. It's just that I want to make it even, I would say simplified. Don't divide by 2 because divide by 2 you get 10 So I further just okay lah. I just divide by 10 I don't want to use the word times. So divide by 10, you get rid of all the 0 already. You get 2x plus 5y equals to 64. Answer is donkey. Okay, like question 14. Solve the following. Come on, students. Let me get you a task. please go to the description. There is this thing called the hack to your simultaneous equation. You try to type it down, okay, type it down, and please let me know in the comment below whether you are able to achieve using your calculator or not. Because if let's say you're going to do this one by one using proper workings, this is paper one, you know. Paper one, paper one is for SPM. So this is section A, you know, waste your time. Here waste your time. Just go ahead and use calculator, pop, 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 you'll get the answer already. Okay, so this, I leave it to you. I leave it to you, okay? Now, so let's move to the next one. Question number 15. I leave it to you. Please let me know in the comments below. And then when you are able to type it out using calculator and eventually get the final answer. By the way, the final answer is B lah. So you get it, you just impress me like, teacher, I got it using calculator. I know you have to use either elimination or substitution. I know that. I'm pretty sure a lot of students will do substitution. I know. Okay, so I just want you to make sure you know how to use calculator as well. You need it for Form 5 as well. Okay, so number 15. Distance of Peter's house to school. Distance of Peter's house to school, X meter. Okay. So I phrased it wrongly. Peter's house to school, X meter, is more than 10 km. Oh, by the way, students, I forget to mention this to you. I didn't try the question yet. I didn't try the question. I just scanned through. That's why I said, if you didn't hands-on or you don't know it, you have to hands-on, then only you were like, oh, okay. So the question is actually like that. So I just scanned through it. I said, okay, not bad. These are the questions that normally as a teacher I deem to be okay, relevant to students that I select. So I haven't tried out the question yet. So all these questions is like first attempt. That's why you see when I read the question, is like how when you are reading it, I try not to prepare it because I want to be as neutral as possible. If I say I prepare already, then I can tell you straight away everything already. Okay, so form a linear inequalities based on the situation above. So they say distance of Peter's house to school, X meter, is more than 10 km. Is more than 10 km. X more than 10 km. Students, do you have to put extra line below to include that 10 km? Yes or no? Of course no, because they say more than 10. More than 10. Okay, so think about this. I always think about this when I'm doing linear inequalities, you know. Eventually, how I understand this topic in my Form 1 is where I use my mother, I use my mummy, okay, as my understanding as a way to understand chapter 7. This one is like Form 1 chapter 7. Think about this situation. They use the word more than. More than. Okay, imagine you are a candy lover. Okay, candy lover. And compared to, let's say, okay, I don't know whether you hate this or not, but I hate this thing so much called broccoli. I hate it. Okay, I'm not sure about you lah. Probably some of you like broccoli so much. I hate it. Okay, now, so if my mommy say, you must make sure you eat broccoli. Make sure more than 5. You didn't eat more than 5. No candy. I'm like, oh shit, more than 5. Student, more than 5. Can you eat 5? More than 5. Your mommy point at you and say, eat more than 5. You eat 5 or not? You try eating 5, kena. I'm not sure about your mom. If let's say I eat 5, I sure kena already, and it's like, slap. I said more than 5. Gone. So that's why you see you cannot put a line there. If you put a line means include the number already. So if I say my mommy say eat more than 5 broccoli, so X is the number of broccoli, it must be more than 5. If I put X more than equals to 5, means I can eat 5 only. So this one out already. Understand? I always use this point of view to understand the situation. Okay, so solve the following linear inequalities below. Everyone, they ask about solving. It means you're gonna get a final answer to it lah. Final answer. I repeat, final answer. It means you stop at linear inequalities position. You don't have to go to possible integers. Because some student might ask, like, teacher, but why some situation when I do linear inequalities, my teacher say have to list down all the integers one? That one is if they ask you to list possible integer according to the above simultaneous linear inequalities, something like that. Okay, so be careful. So everybody, this case, there is a few, I would say, common mistake that student might did in linear inequalities. I have full explanation for linear inequalities in the touchable link. Okay, I remember in normal class I said this is the chapter where I ask you all to settle it, and then you can refer to the explanation and try out the question behind and impress me. There's only like a few, okay, not a few lah, like 10 plus, near 20 students reply on that. Okay, not like everybody lah. So everyone, next. So it's just like linear equation, but then there is a few situations you have to be careful. For example, okay, I put a few examples where student might make mistakes. Example number one. Actually, what do I mean by mistake, is where you have to swap your symbols direction. In what kind of situation you have to swap? You have to switch the symbols direction. Switch the symbols direction. The symbol means the inequality symbol. Inequality symbols, when you have to switch, you have to swap, is when you have negative 2x greater than 3, for example. Okay, whether you have greater, equal, that doesn't matter. The thing is that this is the main thing, that's times. So when you bring the negative 2 over, based on linear equation, you have to make it like negative 2, right? Then when you bring to the other side, you have to swap. So that's the first situation. Next, what is the second situation you have to swap? Okay, students, I don't want to put second, I put under the first is when you have negative x over 3 greater than 4, for example. Now, actually, these two is the same situation. They are just times divide relationship. Okay? So, can you see the negative placed in the middle? So, I always do this, You don't purposely go and put it on top, although I have been doing that for linear equation. For linear equation, I always put anything in the middle to the top. Easier, linear equation, that's chapter 6. But this one, chapter 7, I will put it this way, I'll put it x over negative 3 greater than 4. And yes, this is that so-called single fraction that I mentioned earlier. So you see what I do? Divide, you move there, you get times. So x greater than 4 times negative 3. Now, this is the common mistake. Because when you have times and divide relationship, you move to the other side, you have to switch, you have to swap the symbol. So this one you have to swap. So x lesser than negative 12. Okay, the reason why you need to swap, complete explanation, I use the number 6, the number 9 to explain in the touchable link. Important. Okay, important. If let's say you want to know the reasoning, you can use that. You use the example I put it in my video. Okay, then what is the second situation? What's the second situation where you have to swap? Okay, where you have to swap. Okay, let me show you. The second situation you have to swap, it will be when you are doing a shortcut like this. No, Ingrid, this revision is an extra revision set that I put it in the description. You can click and download. The one I give it to you in normal class, right? Those are model paper that I give it to you separately. This one extra. It's extra. It includes mostly all the chapters. Okay, so you look at the description there. You just don't care about the printing part first. Just take a paper. If let's say you're following, just take a paper and start doing it. Then after that, you doing as in you listen to what I mentioned. Okay, then after that, or maybe you pause, you print ready, then you start from the front, up to you. Okay, can Now, so number 2, now see, this one is like shortcut. So negative 2x, let's say greater than negative 6. Now, see, this is a shortcut. What do I mean by shortcut? Can you see both sides negative? I did something similar. I said, then see, both sides negative, you can cut. Linear equation very fast, both sides negative for single part. One term by one term, you can just cut them. But when you come into linear equations, you have to be careful. Yes, you can cut. You still can cut them. You can cut, no problem. But when you cut it, the first thing you do is to swap first. Then only you bring the 2 over to make it 6 divided by 2. But when you bring 2 over to divide, do you swap this again? No, because it doesn't involve times divide. Okay, it doesn't involve times divide. You have to be careful. When there is a negative tagging along, you see there's a negative tagging along, you have to be careful. You have to swap. You see, times divide with negative tagging along. With a negative tagging along, you have to swap. So for number 2 is a shortcut. You notice there's a negative tagging along, right? This one you cut, you swap. So this one you will swap already, you see, swap already, and the one below, no negative tagging along. So this one remains. Something like that. Okay, so that will be the 2 situation when you have to swap. Okay, so in this case, you know what to do already. So negative 3y over 5 lesser equals than 7 minus 4. This one is just normal plus minus. Nobody cares about plus minus. We care about times divide with negative tagging along to move. Times divide with negative tagging along to move. Or maybe both side negative. You cut, you swap. Okay, swap means switch. Negative 3y over 5 lesser equals than 3. Now, see this negative, in the middle, right now I put below. 3y, I say divide, move there, times, 3 times negative 5. This thing, because it tags along, you swap. 3y greater equals than negative 15. Okay, good. Y, can you see 3 and y is times? You move there, no need to swap y. No need to swap the direction, because this is no negative over here. So you remain. So eventually your answer will be okay, your answer will be y greater equals to negative 5. Your answer will be which one? C, no? If they ask for possible value, then you list out, but this one only, no? This one solving only. Okay, move. Okay, move. Now, number 17, supplementary is like when you have 2 angles plus together, it's 180 degrees. So if let's say 2 angles plus together equals to 90 degrees, we name it as complementary. Don't spell wrongly in case section A wants you to, section B wants you to spell. So the common mistake student did is that they put PLI. Okay, PLI. So this one PLE. Next, when you plus 2 angles together, you get 360. We name it as conjugate angle. Conjugate angle. Okay, can? Now next, the next question, supplementary is where you plus together 180. So which one, when you plus together 180, obviously will be boiler. Boiler when you plus together, just use calculator and type it out, you know already. Okay, number 18, the diagram below shows PQRS is a straight line. This one is a straight line, and basically there is a name to it. This is the transversal. This is the transversal. The transversal. So transversal, when it passes through your parallel, then you will be able to form all those Z. Remember I said the Z rule, the F rule, the U rule, and the C rule, correct? Without the K, right? So I mentioned this in class. And then you notice, why I split into 2 parts? Because this one, you have equal angle. Basically, this is alternate angle as in name-wise. Basically, this is the corresponding angle that you know, name-wise, corresponding, I spelled wrongly. Then this thing over here is the same one, it's just that I purposely want to make it into FUC, Okay, so this one is interior angle, is the same thing. It looks like U shape, it looks like N shape, looks like N sometimes, N. So interior angle. So what's so special about interior? When your 2 angles inside plus together, you get 180 degrees. That's called interior angles. So in this case, you notice the X and the 74, it's super obvious, but that one is not parallel related. That's called intersection. And the specific name to it, I mentioned it as well in case you need it for section B. There's a name starts with V. It's called vertically. Opposite angle. So X will be what? X will be 74 lah. So answer would be B, D, one of it lah. And then for y so big, of course you answer donkey already correct. But of course we have to make sure we have the correct workings in case this is paper 2. That's why I'm writing a lot of workings as if this is a paper 2 question. That's why I spend more time in explaining lah. That's why you see it takes like around 40 minutes already. So these two things is like your U-shaped interior angle. So therefore y equals 180 minus 74. You get 106. So answer will be okay. Next. So the next question for 19, nothing much. They are like a few straight lines. Obviously, the straight lines over here is between PQ and RS according to what they mentioned. So we can transfer the x over here using vertically opposite angle. We just spell it just now. We are using the same vertically opposite angle rules. And of course, you form, you notice, once you get an x there, now, what else we can do to get the x value? What else can do with okay, students. Actually, they didn't mention this is a straight line, but then they use straight line to solve x . Okay, so we will assume that as straight line. By right, you cannot assume but the answer, they use straight line. Okay, but never mind. If worst case you notice cannot do, you assume straight line. They didn't mention about, too bad lah, we have to assume. So x equals to 180 minus 80 and 56. Too bad lah, 44 degrees. Answer is C. Next. Question 20, then we move to section B. Okay, question number 20. Choose the correct statement based on the diagram below. Based on the diagram below. They said A is angle elevation of bird from aeroplane. You see how I look at the situation, everybody. Now, allow me to flip to my notes to show to you all. So students, this is that drawing that I've been showing students when I explain. But of course, I have to explain one by one, but this one is straightly display what I drawn. Students, when you are referring to angle of elevation and depression, right? Angle elevation and depression, you always look at the word from what? So when you look at the word from what, you straight go to that specific point. For instance, for these two questions, it says from E. So the moment I see the word from E, you know what I do? I will straight get into E position and draw a huge eyeball, and then listen up, draw eyeball, and then I draw eye level, which is parallel to the ground. I always do that. Okay, if not, high chance for angle of depression, student will get wrong. Elevation not a problem. The problem is depression. The problem is when you have angle of depression, students might do it wrongly when the eyeball placed on the wrong position and you draw the wrong line. That's why you have to be careful. Because students say, teacher, why my teacher didn't mention the eye level thing on? I don't know lah, because this is how I understand the whole situation. It will be easier and the accuracy super high. Accuracy super high. So I prefer student to draw what? Draw the eye level. So I repeat, from anywhere you draw the eyeball, always draw eye level which is parallel to the ground. Sometimes not ground, sometimes they might say it's a sea, or it's a swimming pool. It's okay as long as they're flat. Okay, horizontal. So once you get this eye level, you always start the angle from your eye level. So in this case, they say angle of elevation goes up from E to A. So when you draw to A, from eye level, draw up to A. And then for this case, from E, draw down to S. You see that? Always start from eye level. I show you. I go to the question and show you the situation. Now, they say bird from aeroplane. You go aeroplane, draw eye level. I know what you want to say, teacher. Aeroplane got eyes, man. Got pilot inside, man. So eye level, parallel to the ground. See, parallel to the ground. And then you draw to the bird. From eye level, go down because depression. A, correct. A, correct. A correct. But of course, I explained the rest because I want you to know the situation. So A is the answer, by the way. So that's why you see I take more time in explaining because I'm explaining the answer as well. Okay, I try again. I see. B is the angle of depression, means go down. Alloplane from the bird. Okay, from the bird. You go to the bird, draw eyeball. You draw eye level, which is parallel to the ground, obviously. And then depression. Ui, angle of depression go down. Down there got alloplane, man. No, so this one wrong already. Understand? So you see one more time. Now I use different color, you see. So this one erase. Now C, angle of elevation of the cyclist. Okay, cyclist eye level, draw line parallel to the ground, right? And after that, from the oh my gosh. Ui. Students, you know what? I did a mistake. Cyclist from the bed. Go to the bird, draw eye level. This is eye level, parallel to the ground. And then you have to what? You have to look at the cyclist. So from your eye level, elevation go up or away. Cannot lah. This one angle depression. So this question, if let's say you want to make it correct, this one's supposed to be depression. Okay, can? So I explain this few lah. Obviously the answer is A already. So officially down with 20 over 20, yay. 20 over 20, yay, we got 2 marks. So this is section A. Section A. Okay, so let's move. Okay, let's move. Okay, now the next one. Sorry, just a few more students joining already, correct? I said the class around 9 to 9:30, correct? Okay, now because I want to end earlier, so I start way earlier. Okay, now so it's okay. By the way, the question, everything is already posted in your Google Classroom, or maybe you can get it from the description below. You can get it from there. Yeah. Now, so everybody, section B. Yeah, section B. Yeah, section B. It's okay. You can just drag to the front and start watching from there, or maybe wait for the recording. Yeah. Now, so students, the following statements, section B, it's by the way, just now I mentioned already, section A, 20 questions, 20 marks. This one, 5 questions, 20 marks. Wow. 5 questions, 20 marks. Or this one, like 3 marks. So make sure your section A and section B are 2 marks. Maybe section A, you miss out 1, 2 question, but the accuracy must be high. Then section B, come on, this one, 100% you have to score like full. Super easy. So section C, you spend slightly more time on that. Okay, so the following are the statements about the number, a number x and y. Okay, x and y. In the list, in the list number below, circle the possible value for x and y. Okay, 6 is a factor of x. What is a factor of x? It means when you do, let's say, for example, I just for example here, students, if I put 12 inside here, 12 you have 1 times 12, 2 times correct, 2 times 6, then after that you have 3 times 4. So these are the factors. I do a U-turn because if let's say you continue, you get 4 times 3, repeat already. Now, so for this case, these are the factor, Do you have 6 inside? Yes. So now you can fit the 12 there, but you have to check whether x is a factor of 90. So when you check your 90, it will be 1 times 90, 2 times what? 2 times 30 and so on. 2 times 30 pula, 2 times 45, 3 times 30 and so on. So you have to check whether 12 appears or not. But you don't have to do one by one. You just try dividing it. 90 divided by 12, can you divide? The answer is not possible to divide. Or maybe in other words, we should use the word is not divisible. Okay, 12 is not divisible. 90 is not divisible by 12. So too bad. You get 7.5. So 12 out. 12 out. Although it fits the one on top, which is 6, but it doesn't fit the 90. Okay, that's why you have to check by dividing it. So 18 divided by 6, possible. 18 okay. If you put 18 here, you take 90 divided by 18. Possible you get 5. So that's why you use calculator only. No workings required. This is section B. So 18 possible. 24, then you check. Obviously, 24 doesn't fit in that 90. 30 possible. 36, let's check. 90 divided by 36, 2.5. Cannot. So x possible value will be 18 and 30. Then when you check the other side for y, they say 42 divided by y will get even number. Okay, 42 divided by 1, you get even number. Yeah, 42 divided by 1, you get 42. 42 is still even number. But then 1 is not a prime number, so 1 out. 42 divided by 2, you get even number? Not, no, you get 21. It's odd number. 21 is odd number. But y is a prime number, so still cannot. It doesn't fit both. So too bad lah. Then you move into 42 divided by 3. 14 even number but it's for a prime number. I keep saying the wrong number. 42 divided by 3 will get even number. Yes, because you get 14. Is 3 a prime number? Yes. So answer 3, acceptable. Then you test 5 but too bad lah. 42 divided by 5, you get decimal. It's not even number. So 5 out. Then 42 divided by 7. 42 divided by 7, you get 6. Even number. Is 6 a prime number? 6 is not a prime number. 6 is not a prime number. But in the answer scheme, they what, they circle 7. Can. What happened to me? 7 can. 7 is a prime number. I keep saying the word 6. Okay, so 7 possible. So answer 4 marks. So each circle you get 1 mark. Okay, good. The next one, number 2, just use calculator and type. Obviously, this one is correct. You don't pandai go and put like, teacher, can I put true? Sorry, no. So this one correct. Then this one will be 3 square root 4. Okay, 3 square root 4. Is this correct, everybody? Square root 4 times square root 4 times square root 4. Is it 3 square root 4, everybody? Is that correct? Is that correct? 3 then square root 4. The answer is, look at this. If let's say you're not so sure, then probably you try applying applying part by part. Square root 4 equals to 2. Square root 4 equals to 2. Square root 4 equals to 2. Right? Be careful. So 2 times 2 times 2, you get 8. If you're not sure, you just do it. Then this thing, 3 and square root 4 basically mean 3 times. Square root 4 means 2. You get 6. Do you think the answer is correct? Of course, no. Wrong. Wrong. Okay? Only if, because student will say, only if you do something like square root 4 plus square root 4 plus square root 4. Then you can say this is 3 square root 4. Because the idea is like, this is A, this is A, this is A. So A plus A plus A equals to 3A. If let's say you want to talk about this, the only situation is like that. Okay, so be careful. So this one is different. This one, if let's say you want to times it, it's supposed to be what? Square root 4 times square root 4 times square root 4, supposed to be square root 4 bracket cube. That's why you see 2 cube, you get 8. Understand? That's why I explain. Okay, the next thing will be number 3. Wait, number 3 cannot square root 16, you say 8 Kasih tampar, right? Square root 16 equals to 4. 4 square, you get 16. This one, 8 square, 64. Wrong. Be careful. Okay, next. Based on the statement below, fill in the correct symbol using greater, lesser, greater equals, lesser equal and greater equals in the box. So every day, Amy spent at least 2 hours to do her homework. At least, what does it mean? At least means got to be more than 2. So remember I said what? I said the mummy point of view. So talk about candy again. You have to make sure you fit the correct symbol, Okay, talk about candy again. If you are like candy lover, maybe broccoli lover. So back to broccoli, because this one at least is like mommy gonna talk about this. I tell you, you have to at least eat like 3 broccolis. At least 3 broccolis. If you didn't eat 3 broccolis, at least 3 broccolis, no candies for you. At least in Mandarin, 至少. Correct. So students, you hate broccoli so much, you will eat how many of them? Because your mommy used the word at least, then you play with the words, at least, and then I eat minimum, so I eat what? I eat 3. So it will be greater equals, so you eat the minimum. So at least you can actually use the word minimum as well, in case they use the word minimum. The maximum number of chips, your minimum is this one, then maximum, you know what happened already, is the terbalik. Is the terbalik. Okay. So can you underline the word? I give you another word to maximum at most. You know what? All these words we use it in form 4. Okay, all these words we use it in form 4. And finally, children must be more than 3 years old to enter the pool. More than, just like I said already, more than. Your mommy said, I tell you, you're going to eat more than 3 broccolis. You didn't eat more than 3 broccolis, no candies for you. More than 3, you cannot eat 3. You were going to slap one, So tight slap. So x greater than 3. Okay, the symbol you cannot see. Okay, next, number 4. Okay, number 4. Now, so almost done for section B already, then we can move into section C. Okay, great. I think roughly like 10, 10:30 near 11, we'll stop already. Okay, so the diagram below shows the ingredient used to make make a cake which has a mass of 500 grams. Okay, 500 grams. They ask you to state whether true or false. Okay, whether true or false. So make sure capital letter. You don't say like, teacher, if I write like this wrong, people already say use capital, you're going to change for what? So if you say like, teacher, the true I can put T or not? People already say put capital true. You put T for what? Right not? So follow whatever. Sometimes the question says circle the correct answer. Then student ask me what, teacher, if let's say I slash the wrong answer, can? You understand what I mean, student? This is what I have been dealing in normal class and online class. Okay? People already said circle, people already said state true using capital, follow. Right. Now, so of course, the ratio of the mass of chocolate chips to the mass of sugar is 11 to 14. This one true or false? Let's check. Chocolate chips, 55 grams. To sugar, 75 grams. Calculator lah. 55 divided by 75, because this one you can actually make it fraction, right? It's actually convertible. Then you divide it, you get 0.7333. Just take ABC lah. Then you will get 11 to 15. So this is false. Use capital letter. Don't ask me small letter case can or not. Cannot. Okay, next. Now the next, they said the ratio of the mass of flour to the mass of butter to the mass of sugar. So the flour, 100. The butter, 60 grams. The sugar, 75. So you divide and see, 100, you want to make it 20, you divide by how much? You divide by 5. So everything you divide by 5. 100 divided by 5, you get 20. So the rest you divide 5 as well. 60 divided by 5, 12. Correct. Correct. Then 75 divided by 5. Correct. You get 15 also. So answer is true. Capital letters. Okay, capital letters. Next, the ratio of the mass of flour to the mass of cake. Oh, the cake mass is 500 grams. The mass of flour is 100 grams. Suppose you get 1 to 5, right? True. Very cheap. Very cheap. Next, determine the solution of each graph. Determine the solution of each graph. Students, this is one xy value only. Xy, one specific x and y. You will use the word unique solution. You know what is the word unique or not? Unique means very, very precious. Unique. Got one only. Very unique. Okay. So the word unique means precious. Okay. The word unique means there is one type only. So it doesn't repeat a lot. Very rare. So this one x and y, specific answer. So this one parallel, parallel, no intersection, where got your x and y value? This one, no solution. This one is actually graphical methods, final answer. Okay, and the other one, this one, your two straight line, can you see it's like both already? Because they stack the two straight lines together already. So you have multiple solutions for this. Multiple means a lot of solution. Infinite solution means a lot, never ending solutions, because they share the same line. Okay, 3 marks. Okay, 3 marks. Okay, next. By using only a ruler and a pencil, draw the angle based on its name. Right angle, one straight line, use ruler, please. Then another straight line, then you put there 90 degrees. This is what they want. Okay, then they want you to draw reflex angle. Okay, reflex angle. Oh, I know already. So you can do something like what I did for you all. I see, I show you. You can do this. Draw straight lines. Draw straight lines. And after that, let's say starting from here, 0 degree. Starting from here, 0 degree, you're going to turn reflex. You turn, reflex. Then here. This one reflex. Or maybe you say, teacher, why can't I extend and then up to here, this one reflex angle? Can, no problem. This one is your reflex. Up to you. You have two possible answers. So this one also can. This one also can, right? Or maybe like what you did just now, this one also possible. So you have two answers. So these two also possible. Straight line angle, just draw a straight line, but you don't leave it there. So you put a dot over here, you put like arrow. If you didn't put the arrow like this, it's fine, and it's the same. Okay, you didn't put the arrow, it's fine. Okay, just put a 0 degree there. So this one, if let's say the arrow, you want to start from here, same thing, you put 0 here, then 180. If you want to put angle, it's fine. Don't want to put angle, it's fine. Then acute angle, super small angle, right? So acute angle is like this. You draw lines, then you draw this. This one, acute angle. Okay. Now next. So that's why if let's say you talk about, teacher, if I draw this one, can or not? If I draw this, I draw like acute angle, then after that I put the angle outside here. Can I say this is reflex? Yes. Yes. Okay, next. We are done with section B. So we get complete 20 marks. Okay, 20 over 20. So we get how much already? You get 40 marks. We ngam pass. No lah, cannot pass only one. We have to go further. So students, your total, look at this. Your paper, what? Your whole paper, you have to finish in how many hours? Be careful, your paper you have to finish in 2 hours. 2 hours. So you have to make sure your section A as fast as possible. 15 to 20 minutes, that would be like consider quite good. Okay, consider good timing. 15 to 20 minutes for your section A. Then section B, lucky easy. 10 minutes, I think. Less than 10 minutes you can finish already. So roughly 30 minutes to 40 minutes, you kasi siap section A and B. 40 minutes too much already. Roughly 30 minutes plus a bit only. Then you have to straight get into what? You have to straight get into your section C already. But you notice over here, we spend roughly 1 hour for section A and B. Too much. But remember, because I explained the answer as well, right? Now, so now we have remaining 6 questions over here, and each question worth 10 marks. Okay, each question worth 10 marks. Now, so of course, we will get into the question now. Okay, let's get into it. Students, find the value for each of the following. Yes, you are allowed to use a calculator. You are allowed. Okay, allowed to use a calculator. But if you want to use a calculator, you have to make sure you write the proper workings. That's the reason why your parents keep saying, don't use calculator later, no marks. You put final answer, of course. That's why you have to use it wisely. You have to make sure you use it, but eventually you write the workings as well. So for this case, we solve this one first. You type into calculator, you get 9. But you have to open bracket, minus 3, close bracket, then square. So you have to make sure you type nicely. Then plus, can you see this one? Square root. You see, square root. Square root, open bracket. 5. Then this one, this alphabet. 4. This alphabet. 9. Close. This is what you can do. But then, sorry, they want workings. 4 marks. Don't play. So this situation, I tell you, better you allow them to know that you know this is a perfect square. You see, square root 9 times 5, you get 45. 45 plus 4, you get 49 over 9. Then your teacher will be able to see that, hey, looks like this person know is actually a perfect square. So this one 2 cube, you get 8 lah. So now 9 plus square root 49 over 9. Square root 49 7 now. Square root 3 equals to 3. Square root 9 equals to 3. Maybe now you can type calculator already. Then after that, this one use hantam calculator. Eventually you get 10 over 3. Or maybe 1 over 3. For now, your syllabus, you can write either one. You can write improper, you can write mixed number up. Okay, next quick. So for part B, workings again. So working wise, that's why you need to make sure your teacher is able to see perfect square. Able to see perfect square. Understand? Your student very hungry. Okay, in a while, we're going to take some biscuit. Okay, next. So square root 25, get 5 minus 3 square times with, look at this. Alamak, this one where can cube root, not perfect cube also. So you have to make sure it becomes perfect cube by doing a simplifying. You notice 24 and 81, you can simplify using what? 9 not possible. 3 possible, 3 because 81 is like possible to divide by 3 24 divided by 3, 8. 81 divided by 3, 27. Okay, so perfect cube. 8 you get 3, 8 you get 2, 27 you get 3 So this one you get 2 square. This one you get negative 2 over 3. Wow, mantap. So this one equals to 4. Then this one equals to negative 2 over 3. Then you can get a conclusion to it negative 8 over 3 or maybe negative 2 over 3. Okay, so workings is important. Okay, now next, question number 2. Question number 2 under question number 1. So this one they say 2730 is actually from this. Find the sum of k. Find the sum of km. Okay, students. Now, so this question over here, you have to be careful. Why I say you have to be careful? Because this thing over here is like, what is it right now? So it's either you do some very, 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 I would say, very lucky guess, or do you notice you have been dividing using something called prime number? You have been dividing using prime number, right? So quite obvious that this one is something relating to what? Because they said equals to 2730. So basically it's something like LCM, HCM, but this one is only one number. So seems like this is prime factor related question. They didn't mention, but you have to use this to do backwards like linkage. You have to link to the topics. Remember just now the earlier question we do in our objective. You notice we have been dividing it using the same number. Using prime number. Imagine if let's say I take this question. I take this question. Okay, I do something like 56 equals to 2 times k times 2 times m. Same situation. Same situation. So that's why I will use it over here for this. But students, there is so many different style question. By completing one set are not enough. I get you the situation like this. Okay, help your friends when they are weak in maths. Okay, tell them this. Okay, let's say they are super good in certain sports, they are super good in drawing, but they are weak in academic. You tell them this. How you become great in basketball? How you become good in certain sport or what? Maybe they are Ola. Ola is Ola Raga. Okay, they are good in basketball, whatever. Come on, they have to practice one. Why you always wanting to go basketball? Because you are practicing it's like you watch the video once, then you straight go competition. Cannot. That's why your coach score you to an extent, force you to do so many repeated basic move because they want you to be great. Right? So that's why same thing for your academic. Don't talk about maths, talk about overall subject. You cannot do like one, then you go exam and battle already. How can you do that? I tell you, a coach will definitely say the same thing. The reason why you cannot solve a certain question, there's only one reason, because you didn't practice. That's why when you practice, let's say you are doing basketball, badminton, whatever lah. When you don't know how to do a certain skill in basketball and badminton, in whatever, ping pong or what, if you don't know how to do a certain skill, it's either you repeatedly do it your way. But when you repeatedly do it your way, it doesn't make a difference than what you will do. You have been doing the same skill, but then you just cannot do it. Just like, let's say you're doing like a certain street ball move, okay? Or maybe a trick shot in ping pong. Come on. If you can't do it, you're stagnant there. You have been practicing it. Okay, maybe you have to search for new videos about tutorials on how to do it, but the fastest way will be ask somebody that know lah. Right not? Ask somebody know, then the person will teach you. The person don't teach you, find the other person. Right not? This one, link. Right not? Link the ideas. Everything link one. Okay, so that's why 2730. I'm not super good in maths. I'm not born like super good in maths. My son, yes, born with talent. It's like, wow, mathematics king. I don't think inherited from me. I don't think so, my son. Okay, I think that one is talent, because my maths is like that. It's just like because I'm elder than you, of course I know how to do this Form 1 maths. Come on. So divide by 2, everyone come. 2730 divided by 2. 1365. So this one 2 clear already. 1365 divide by 3 can or not? You can more. Divide by 3. So this one done already. Divide by 3, 455. So looks like 455. Means you can divide by 5 lah. Okay, but wait. I try dividing 3. 3 cannot. You see? I tried 455 dividing by 3, I get decimal. Cannot lah. So that's the reason why I said I use 5. Then you see I use 5. It can 91. Then so means K I found already 5. That's why you see I'm doing something like I can see. Right. Then I use 7. Okay, I use 7 and see. So 91 divided by 7. Possible 13. So looks like to get the so-called 1 to complete it. This one you have to divide by 13 already. So therefore this is K, this is M. So K equals to 5, M equals to 13. Right? So of course, student will say, teacher, cannot terbalik one. Cannot M equals 13, then K equals to 5. Can. If let's say you divide 13 over here, possible. Okay. But for me, for my case over here, of course, I'm using my sequence here lah. So therefore, K plus M equals to 5 plus 13. Oops, we found it 18. So this one, okay, I would say if let's say a normal Form 1 student, they might get stuck over here. So this one, okay, approved, powerful. This question, king. Okay, that's why I say I select some question where I think is like quite pro. Okay, question number 3 over here, it says in a competition, there are X students. Okay, in a competition, the X student means X is the total. X is the total amount. But of course, you don't have to write so many things in your exam. It's just that I'm explaining. That's why I put more information there. 5/9 are from blue house. So the blue house, it will be 5/9 of the total. 5/9 times X means 5/9 X. But I personally prefer X to be on top. Okay, I repeat. 5/9 times X means 5/9 X in the middle. But I remember I said in the normal class before, I personally prefer X to be on top. Okay, because it's in the middle, I place on top. For working purpose. For final answer, you put in the middle. Okay, or I want to put on top, same one. Okay, but symbol always in the middle in your final answer. So I personally prefer this. It depends on student preference. Okay, 2/3 of the remaining students. Remaining student means remaining student 4x/9 because like total 9/9. Total 9/9. Remaining student means 4/9. So the remaining students times 2/3 are from greenhouse. Okay, I got it. So of course I simplify if let's say possible. Looks like Macam not possible to simplify. Okay, so we times. You don't tell me, teacher, don't have to make it same denominator, man. Funny, this one times, not plus minus. Plus minus, you do denominator same. This one times are different. So next, what you're going to do is that you're going to do 8x over 27. So I got blue, I got green, and then they said the remaining 8 students are from yellow, okay? So yellow, we get the actual amount, 8. Then they say calculate the number of students in the blue house compared to the number of students in green house. So it looks like you have to compare to minus. Okay, so everyone, oh, do we get stuck? No, because you missed out. This one very important. The total is x. So 5x over 9 plus 8x over 27 plus 8 equals to x. Correct? Now you see what I do, because I want to solve my x value, correct? So I will do normal linear equation already. So how do I do the normal linear equation? Students, look at this. I will take all these things, I move it to the other side and minus. You know why? Because x means 1x. Because x obviously is the biggest value already. So 8 equals to x minus 5x over 9 minus 8x over 27. Now, working wise, I will make it same denominator. But come on, you have calculator. Just type 1 minus 5 over 9 minus 8 over 27 and go ahead and do that. Okay, can? So it depends on how you want to work it out lah. Okay, how you want to work it out. Okay, so I will do the workings for you lah, but you can just type calculator, okay? 1 minus -5 over 9 minus 8 over 27 to get the remainder, okay? But I'm explaining it, that's why I need to make sure you understand. So x is actually 1x. You know 1 is actually 27 over 27. I'll make it same denominator. 27x over 27x, 27x over 27. This one times 3 times 3, you will get 27x minus 15x minus 8x over denominator 27. I already said, please make sure you type calculator is actually way faster. 8 equals to 4x over 27. I personally still prefer students to always swap, make sure the x is on the left side before you find your final answer. I'm pretty sure some teacher, they are quite particular with the positioning of your x. Your final answer x must be on the left. You see, this one is left. Okay, single fraction, see right? Divide both. 4x equals to 8 times 27. Please, form 1, don't skip the working. 8 times 27. 216. X equals to 216 divided by 4. Continue here. You see I draw arrows. 216 divided by 4. You get 54. So since your x is 54, they are asking for blue and green. So blue equals to 5 times 54 over 9. Then green equals to 8 times 54 over 27. Then you just hantam calculator lah. All these things you can hantam calculator to get your final answer already. So this one you cut, you get 30. I'm used to like cutting it. Just type calculator. Okay. Then this one will be 16, of course. Okay, this one 16. So therefore, when you compare blue and greener, you get 14 left. When you compare. So that's your answer. Okay, I'm not sure whether your school teacher needs it to be, I'm not sure about the latest way of writing it. Because last time you have to write answer equals to what. If your teacher did say that you have to put answer equals to 14 students, something like that, please follow your teacher. Because this recording over here, it will be like continuous. I will keep sharing it to like next year, okay, the year after, blah blah blah. So definitely there will be some changes in the formats, everything like. Okay, so I don't want to fix it into like a fixed way of presenting the final answer. Please write it according to that specific year's format. If your teacher said yes, you have to put answer, then you follow. Okay, so this one, it depends. So please ask your teacher whether they did it or not. Okay, like next question number 2. Okay, question number 2. Yes, I think 11 we can stop over here. Okay, 11 is like come. Yeah, okay, come next. So Raihan and his 2 friends went to a restaurant for breakfast. Raihan paid 11 for a bowl of noodle and a glass of orange juice. Oh, okay, students, paid 11 means the total lah, for a bowl of noodle and a glass of orange juice. Lisa paid 3 bowls of noodle and Lisa paid 3 bowls of noodle. Vashu paid 2 glasses of orange juice. The price difference between the 3 bowls of noodles and 2 glasses of orange juice is 7 ringgit. Now you see that standard CHS SMJ Catholic High School question. Now this level it's a bit different. You don't talk about a teacher, this one relevant to normal exam or not. But I would say lah, there is no government government related exam for form 3s. So now school actually comes out with their own paper. Although there is a benchmark to compare before that, but this is like years ago lah. So the level is quite different. Okay, level is quite different. But if let's say talk about benchmark to government related questions, right? This one is way too hard for you all. But if let's say you are SMJK Catholic or you are Catholic school SMJK Catholic, then sorry lah, this is your level. This is your level. Okay. So this one is a bit powerful lah for form 1. Okay, a bit powerful for 1, but for form 5 student, this one is rubbish. Yeah, form 4, form 5 students supposed to be rubbish. So trust me, form 1, if let's say you think this is very hard, slowly when you increase to like form 2, okay, maybe you still struggle a bit. Form 3, you start to get better. Form 4, definitely you will shine. But make sure you do what I mentioned. What I mentioned as in, always don't just do one go for exam. You have to do a lot to practice, just like how you do your sports, your drawings. Okay, so that's what I understand when I'm in form 4. I regretted I only understand when I start my end of form 4. Only I understand this theory. That so-called 开窍 in your if let's say your parents did mention about this word, 哎呀，我的孩子还没有开窍啦. One day suddenly he will become good one. That's the thing. I start to understand this kind of like life lesson, okay, or maybe like the technique to your life lesson, when I'm in end of form 4. So I'm telling you now. Okay, I'm telling you now. So students, obviously over here they are calculating the price for a bowl of noodle and a glass of orange juice. They already said what they want. They want the price, ma. So I'll write there. You see what I do? N equals to price of a bowl of noodle. I personally prefer to write it nicely. Okay, indicate nicely. And the other one is like let the one O lah. I put other one lah. J lah. Okay, orange juice lah, to be price of a glass of orange juice. I personally prefer using the relevant alphabets, so easier for me to differentiate it lah. Okay, so the other one, obviously Raihan paid 11, so N represents a bowl of noodle, which is given over here, a bowl of noodle, and a glass of orange juice plus a glass of orange juice equals to 11. Equation number 1 done. Right? Then the next one, Lisa paid 3 bowls and Vashu paid 2 glasses. Student thought this one is like 2 separate equations. No, because the next sentence explains the whole thing. They said the price difference is 7 ringgit. So you take, of course, you take which one to minus which one, because difference. They said the price of a bowl of noodle is higher. So obviously, Lisa paid more lah. So the higher value, 3 bowls times with the price minus 2 glasses times with the price of the juice equals to a difference of 7 ringgit. This one is equation number 2. So we managed to form 2 equations. Then we can solve our what was it called? We can solve our simultaneous equation really. I'm pretty sure majority, basically more than 90%, in the class, students have been doing substitution than elimination. In SMU Catholic, okay, aka Catholic High School, PJ, there is 1 year, I forget which year already, I've been looking through the what's called the past year paper that I have collected from students. They have been sending me link about the Catholic past year. Okay, Catholic high school past year. There is 1 year, right? There is 1 year. What year is it? Let me just quickly flip through it. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 2019 past year question, right? They specifically wants you to solve it using elimination, and the total marks is 5 marks. Students stand there, 90% of the students stand there, but luckily some of them, okay lah, more than half of the 90% of the students lah, can do it luckily. So of course, make sure you know it as well lah. Know it as in how to solve it using other methods as well. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, I personally prefer elimination, you're right. But of course, I will do it using substitution because majority love substitution. But you have to make sure you click on the touchable link to understand elimination as well. Okay, students? So I will be doing substitution from equation number 1. Equation number 1, I will convert into an answer. So you want to convert to n or j, up to you. Let's say I feel like converting it into n. You see, plus move there, minus 1. Equation number 3. Sub equation number 3 into number 2. Number 1 change to 3. You cannot take the 3, put it back to number 1. It will be a repeat. Then you don't need number 2 anymore. Right? So next will be, since I'm placing it into number 2, so 3 bracket, you see, n replace with 11 minus j. You see this one, you replace with 11 minus j. Then minus 2j equals 7. So that's the reason why substitution looks more logical, because when you replace the n with 11 minus j, you left j. Yeah, so as usual, the normal expanding, 33 minus 3j minus 2j equals 7. This is what I mean by the plus minus related algebraic expression. Our starting of the question in our section A, the first few questions we have been doing something relating to times. I said nobody cares about unknowns, whether they are same or different, we just combine using symbol, number, and unknowns, right? But this one plus minus don't play. 100% equivalent. Can you see like terms, same unknown, you do your plus minus. So you are doing it using money. You owe somebody 3 ringgit, you owe another 2 ringgit, you owe 5 ringgit, everybody. So negative 5. You don't tell me like j minus j becomes 0. Plus minus unknown remains one. So minus 5j, please, if let's say you are weak in your algebraic expression, make sure you understand it. Okay, by using the touchable link I post in the description below. 7 minus 33, everybody. Minus 5j equals to, you see, a lot of extra workings. Don't play. You are form 1, you're not form 2. That's why I still insist that you have to write, I wouldn't say perfect, but I would say complete workings. Okay, don't skip them. Okay, don't skip them. Negative 26, I say, cut. Wow. So j equals 26 over 5. J equals to, better you put in decimal. You know why? You know why better to put in decimal? Because this one price, you have RM and cent. Okay, for this case. So I put it there. Then after that, sub j equals 5.2 into which one? Into number 3, halfway. So n equals to 11 minus 5.2. N equals to 11 minus 5.2. You get 5.8. So therefore, n equals to j equals to, students, you look at what I mentioned. This is a price, you cannot leave it as 5.2. That's why you have to rewrite it into what? Into RM 5.80, RM 5.20. If let's say you don't want to write all these things, right? If you don't want to write all these things, then better you put it nicely over here, bracket RM, bracket RM. Then over here you put 0, 0, something like that. Okay, can. So if not, better you rewrite it. Okay, got it? Got what I mean? Okay, so next, question number 2. Question number 2. Hey, Royal Phantom, who are you? I suddenly thought about this. Definitely you're in my class, right? So you are? Hit me, I guess. Oh, Kingsley. Okay, good job, good job. Okay, now number two. Now, so students, okay, students. The diagram below shows two boxes, P and Q, filled with balls. Okay, filled with balls. State the ratio of number of balls in box P to the number of balls in box Q. 9 is to how much? 12. Okay, 3 times 3, 3 times 4, 9 to 12. Don't leave it there, simplify. 3 is to 4. So that's the answer. Then they said if 21 balls are added to box P, wait, you have to take 9 plus 21, no? Right, box P ma. And then after that, the other one, 12 remains lah. 12 remains. Oh, okay. They say calculate the number of balls needed to add it to Q. So you have to add how much? I don't know how much I have to add. That's why I put X up. So that the ratio remains unchanged. Originally, 9 to 12 is equals to 3, 4, right? So now you add extra 21 here. Of course, you have to add. You have to add how much? You don't tell me, teacher, add 21. No, cannot. Cannot. You have to add a certain amount to make sure it becomes the same ratio 3, 4. So that's why I have to put X there to find it. You cannot say like, teacher, both plus the same amount, then same one. No. Okay, no. So, of course, this way, then student got stuck. Okay, got stuck. They said, teacher, then what to do? Okay, I tell you, there is a few ways to handle that. It's either you add up. Okay, maybe I add up and show you all first. Maybe you can add up. You get 30, and then 12 plus x equals to 3, 4. Then you tell yourself, this one obviously times 10. Then this one times 10 as well. So obviously, 4 times 10, you get 40. So 40 minus 12, you get x already. No? That's one of the way to handle. But I personally think, if let's say you talk about real calculation, some more they give you 3 marks. You have to make sure you solve it using linear equation because they put unknown x there. So students, something where student might forget, A is to B is a ratio. It's actually A over B. It's actually A over B. So 9 plus 21, 30, right? 30. So 30 over 12 plus x equals to 3 over 4. Can you see I convert into fractions? Then you do your usual cross multiply. So this one times this one. So I'm writing extra workings to show you the process. You see it, right? 30 times 420. 12 plus x times 3, you get this one. Then you expand it inside, or maybe you can just bring the 3 over to divide it. I'm still writing extra workings for Form 1 purpose. You divide this, you get 40. You see? It's the same comparison, 40. So next, x equals to 40 minus 12. X equals to how much? You see, I'm so used to using calculator to minus. So it means you have to add extra how many balls? You have to add extra 28 balls. Okay? And please, if your teacher did say that you have to write answer equals to what, then you have to make sure you write. But for this case, make sure you ask your teacher whether you need to write this in. So you have to write here. 28 balls to be added to box Q. Okay, added to box Q. Okay, cool. Now, students, next. Now, this one, question number 3. Right, question number 3. Now, this one, algebraic expression. Be careful because this one is combined operation. This is combined operation. Okay, right? Now, students. Okay, students. We already continuously do it for 1 hour and 44 minutes. I will take a short break. I seriously hungry. Short break, but I'll leave it over here. I'll take a short break of probably 5 minutes plus a bit. Okay, I take a toilet break. I go and take some biscuit up. Okay, while I teach you, I can makan a bit. Hey, okay. So if you are here, you type 1, so I can see you're actually here. Then when I come back, I will hit you. Okay, I'll say, I'm back already. Then after that, you type a number to show that you're back. Okay, so short break, 5 minutes. Okay, short break, 5 minutes. Thanks. Hi, John. Hi, Kingsley. So got 2 people over here. Okay, short break. Huh? Hello, I'm back. Hey, yes. Kingsley is back. Incheon back, right? Okay, so I start. Now, so everybody, question number 3. Now, so as for question number 3, so what is it about? It's about algebraic expression. Then, of course, in this case, it's a combined operation. Involve times divide, involve plus minus. So we have to make sure we split out the expedition, the workings one by one. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. Bracket, of course, as usual, according to board mass. BODMAS, okay, according to board mass from your chapter 1. So bracket means you're going to do it first, but obviously when you check out the brackets, right, plus minus, unknown, they are different. Or in other words, it's not like term, you cannot do it. But it's okay. But it's okay. Since you cannot do your plus minus inside, then you will go for that usual times divide. Or you can skip because O is about square root. So square root means something like, let's say you have 2 with a square, or maybe like square root 36. This is something where you have to handle her. But of course, this situation, the square over here doesn't belong to the square given because you cannot do y square. It's already y square already. So you're going to go into times divide. So what you're going to do, in this case, you take this, you expand it one by one inside. So there's one term, two terms. Take the -3, multiply inside. Okay, two terms. But of course, when you multiply, your bracket will be expanded. Then no brackets anymore. So when you times, you do that usual symbol, number, unknown. So symbol will be negative and positive. Negative. 1 over 2 times 6, 3, xy, nothing, put it back. You see, we don't care about unknowns now when we do times. Right? But when you look at the inner part, right, plus minus, you know you cannot do plus minus. That's why you times one by one. So the next one, when you times to the second one, minus and minus, you get plus. 1 over 2 and 4, y squared. Different unknown, but you still times it, right? Then 1 over 2 times 4, 2. Y squared, nothing, put it back. So we are done with the expansion. We expanded the first bracket. The next one, you take your -3 times xy, is one easy lah. Or maybe you can say minus plus minus 3 times 1 equals to 3 xy, put it back. Minus and minus plus 3 times 2, 6, y squared, put it back. Now, then what you're going to do is to rearrange into what? You rearrange into like terms lah. So in this case, your like terms, obviously, it will be what? In this case, your like term, it's obviously minus 6xy. And then next, the other like term shows plus 2y squared plus 4y squared plus 8y squared. Hey, plus minus, you must get the same like term to continue. But your unknown didn't change. You are just adding or maybe subtracting your numbers. Only times divide your unknown will be affected. Okay, the other one. So now, of course, after you get this answer, it depends on your school teacher. Some school teacher, they want it to be switched into what? Switch into positive first, negative next. So you might want to write it this way. Okay, so by right, it's okay one. It's just that some teacher, they want it to be positive first. Okay, next for part B. Okay, for part B here. So you can choose to 14 times A times A times A, then times B times B. You can do that, but I don't want, okay, because I already said it will waste your time. So the super important thing will be always tell yourself to rewrite it into a fraction format to do the division. It will be better because you can simplify. So what I'm going to do to complete the final answer is that, okay, I already rearrange it. I mean, rewrite it. And then I will start with the symbol number unknown. Everything positive, your answer stays positive, it's fine. 14 times 8 divided by 21, you can simplify here and there. Because they are times, you can simplify here and there. So when I simplify them, right, you notice one by one, so you use 7. This one, you get 2. This one, you get 3. What else? Nope, nothing already. So 2 times 8, 16. 3, you put it back. Okay. Then the next thing will be check out the A. Look at how I check the A. Your A3 and A2, basically, you're gonna imagine it this way. A cubed means A times A times A. Then the other A squared is like times another A times A. By right total, you have how many A's on top? So you're gonna remember, okay, there is a total of 5 A's on top. A power 5 lah. So A times A times A times A times A, 5 of them. The one below, there is only 1. So imagine this, this is what happens in my head, you know. So when you get times divide relationship, in the touchable link, I did mention about this basic, you can actually cut the A and A because they are the same. Imagine you have this situation, everybody. Imagine you have this. Do you notice you can cut the 2? When they are times divide relationship, and when they are the same, and you can cut into 1. So you left how many A's there? 4. Then when you check out the B, nothing. Okay, B, there is nothing. And then finally, you check what? B, nothing, sorry. I mean, B square, I missed out, there's a B square there, I'm so sorry. So there is B square, it means B times B in your head. You don't write this in your exam, okay? So B times B over B. So you cut it off, you get 1B above. C obvious already lah, you get 1C below. So this is your final answer. Okay, this is your final answer. So that's how you get your complete 4 marks. Okay, let's move into number 2. Now, number 2, a cube-shaped aquarium is filled with water by 80% of its total volume. Okay, 80% of its total volume. Okay, what does it mean? Oh, by the way, total volume, although it's not in your syllabus, Form 1 syllabus, but it's something considered a basic from your primary. So basic from your primary, they will ask. Okay, so cube shape, cube means something like that. Just now we draw it really quite. It's a cube shape aquarium, and then water is filled 80%, something like that. 80% filled. Okay, 80% filled. So I'm drawing it to show you the picture. The length of each side is 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5 for every part. And the height of the water, I don't know lah. Okay, so what we're going to do, very simple, 4.5 according to your syllabus cube. Don't write 4.5 times 4.5 times 4.5 because your teacher wants to see chapter related workings. So next, 4.5 cube, 4.5 cube, we will get 91.125 meter cube. That's the what's it called? The volume of the aquarium. And then 80% of this. What is 80%? This is what happened. I show you. It will be 91.125. Okay, 91.125 times with 0.8. Normally in in secondary, we don't do something like times 80 over 100 anymore. Okay, so we try to be greater. What is times 80 over 100? Look at this. Cut. This is 0.8. Can you see that? So it means 20% will be 0.2. How about 2%? 0.02. How about 8%? 0.08. How about 70%? 0.7. 100% times 1. So that's the meaning. So not to say you will slowly switch into this because like Form 3, you're going to use decimal than fraction because we hate fraction. Same, we hate decimal as well, but it's just that easier to present because you can type calculator. It's just that fraction is hard to write when there is a lot of fractions. Okay, so you times it, what do you get? 91.125, just like I times already, I forget. 91.125 times 0.8, yeah, you get 72.9 meter cube. Okay, meter cube. Okay, that's the volume, done. 3 marks, yeah, easy. Now, so of course, better if let's say I already said, ask your teacher whether you need to write sentence or not. If let's say your teacher wants it to be sentence, please write the volume of the water. Therefore, volume of water in the aquarium equals to 72.9 meter cube. If your teacher wants it, please make sure you write it. Okay. So next, question number 3. What's it about? Question number 3. Oops. Oh, so little only. I thought there's a few more. I mean, few more as in ABC, something like that. A, B, C, D. This one only like 3 parts. Okay. Now, Sarah has to pay for her breakfast, which costs 16 ringgit. She has 1 ringgit and 5 ringgit note only. How many ways can she pay for her breakfast? Basically, this thing is what, because you don't know how many 1 ringgit you have to prepare and how many 5 ringgit you have to prepare. So what you're going to do? This is what you're going to do, lor. Let your x equals to number of RM1, number of lah, or maybe you can say number of RM1 node. Okay, depends on y equals to the amount of, or maybe the number of RM 5 ringgit node lah. Okay, 5 ringgit node, and then obviously you're gonna do something like 1 ringgit times x, it will be x lah, plus 5 ringgit times y equals to 16 ringgit. This is the equation that we are doing. But they are asking for how many ways. So student might stuck here. They say, teacher, I formed this equation, by right I have to form another one. Normally this is the fix, I would say, this is what pops up in your mind when you see 2 unknowns, correct? But then for this case, they're asking for how many ways, means there is multiple ways to fit the x and y. So what they are trying to say here is that 1 ringgit, I need to prepare how many of them? 5 ringgit, I have to prepare how many of them? Or maybe I prepare lesser 1 ringgit, more 5 ringgit, something like that. So you need to try it out. That's called a trial and error method. So according to that trial and error method, right? So we're going to put x, y there to try. So if I place 16 1 ringgit and 0 5 ringgit, I will still get 16 ringgit. Correct. Now, so we try again. How about if I use 1 5 ringgit? If I use 1 5 ringgit here, so I have to prepare how many of them? 1 5 ringgit, it will be 11 1 ringgit. If I place 2 5 ringgit, it becomes 10 ringgit already, correct? So 10 ringgit, so I need 6 1 ringgit. If I prepare 3 5 ringgit, it becomes 15. I need 1 ringgit only. So I don't think there is any more. So therefore, there will be 4 ways. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ways. 4 ways of preparing the note for the breakfast. So this is what they're trying to say. So this thing, we name it as try and error. Try and error. Okay, so number 4. Okay, this one, be careful. We didn't really go through this question officially in our class before. Okay, we didn't officially talk about this before because I said this is like video related, right? With the book given to you, right? Now, so state the largest possible value. They ask you to state, so you have to complete quite a lot of workings. So state the largest possible value. So everyone, as usual, we're gonna expand it. So it will be 3x minus 3 greater equals to 5x minus 20. And reminder, earlier in our section A, I said that when there is times divide relationship with negative tag along to move, you have to swap the symbol's direction. Or maybe both side negative, when you have one term, or maybe single fraction, you swap the direction as well. Right now, these are the 2 possible situations for you to swap the direction. So this case, 3x, 3x, I bring this over, it's just normal plus minus, I get minus 5x. I bring this minus 3 over, I get minus 20 plus 3. no swap required because this one is only what? This one is only plus minus movement. So minus 2x greater equals to minus 17. This is what happened, right? This is what happened. It's just normal simplifying. And now, both sides negative, everybody. You cut the negative, you instantly swap x. This one no time to ready mark, right? So lesser equals to 17 divided by 2. So your x is lesser equals to 7.2, or maybe x lesser equals to 8.5, correct? Now, the question is, they are asking for largest possible value. Let's talk about largest possible value where x is an integer. What is an integer, everybody? It can be negative, it can be positive, but not decimal, not fraction. That's called integer. Okay, integer, integer. So see how you read it. So in this case, 8.5 is not integer, definitely. Although 8.5 obviously to be the largest, but never integer. So the largest possible integer will be x equals to 8. That's the largest integer already. You don't say like 8.4 cannot, man. Cannot, because they don't want decimal. They want integer. Basically means whole number. Whole number. It can be negative, it can be positive, but it must be a whole number. Okay, it must be a whole number. Okay, cool. So number one done already. So let's move to the next one. This one you just state only, nothing much. Okay, number two. Number two is just normal linear equation. Then they said in the diagram QOU and POS. Okay, POS are straight lines. So I do this something, you get intersection, right? Looks like you can transfer the y. Nope, you cannot transfer y, you can transfer x. So x, you can transfer the whole thing here, this one x. So when you take x minus 36, so you found this. So you see I put arrow. Sorry, no angle. Sorry, cannot. The whole thing is x. The whole thing is x. Sorry, cannot do anything. But you know the whole thing x. And then for the next information given, they said OT or OT is the bisector, it means cut half of SOU. Oh, looks like this is why. Looks like this is why. Okay, what else? Then they say POQ, and QOR. Where's QOR? QOR, it's a complementary angle. Okay, students, complementary angle, remember we just mentioned it, it's actually 90 degrees. So we found this. This is 90 degrees minus 36 equals to how much? 90 minus 36, it will be 54 degrees. Now, so it looks like we found out that y plus y, which is over here, is the same as, let's see, is the same as 54. Okay, we found it. So y equals to 2y equals 54, proper workings, y equals 54 divided by 2, y equals to 27, 2 used to calculator. Now, then after you get 27 and 27 for each of them, so looks like in order to solve the x, it will be 180 because of the whole POS. And then you minus 227. Okay, 180 minus 27, you have two of them, you will get 126. That's how you solve it. Okay, that's how you solve it. Okay, now, so next, let's move to the next part. Now, the next part is about question number 3. Underline the word solve. Solve means you have to find out the final inequalities answer. Okay, with a very important tables. Now, so this question, can you put a big star there? This one, super high chance you will get it already. And moreover, another thing will be the marks given is quite extreme as well. Okay, so we're going to look at this question now. Sorry, take a few bites. Okay, nice. Okay, everyone, let's do it. Now, so this question, what's it about? Simultaneous means you have two parts. It's not simultaneous involving two unknowns. No. This one is like simultaneous means you have two questions. You have two parts. and you have to handle one by one. Okay, the first one, I'll put it over here. 4 minus x over 3 greater equals to 2x plus 3 over 5. If you are not okay with cross multiply over here, you might confuse yourself. It's okay one. Just do it one by one. You move here, you times. Right? Just do it one by one if you cannot. Now, so you see what I do? You see, I'm writing extra working just to explain to you guys. Can you see when I move here times 3? Times to the top, divide bottom. Since you cannot divide bottom, you times to the top. So that's why 3 times 2x plus 5 over 5. 4 minus x. You get what I mean? That's why your teacher allowed you to use cross multiply, because you see single fraction you move there, you have 2 times. So that's why eventually you get this thing. Correct? So that's why see, your teacher asks you to do cross multiply. You throw the 3 over, you move the 5 over, easier. So this one extra one, this one I cut off, this one extra. So this is considered good enough. But some students, they straight away expand on, it's okay. So this one consider a bit extra, I put smaller, a bit extra. So it's okay to skip straight to the next one. 20 minus 5x, where you have to expand now. Then this one, you'll get 6x plus 9. It's okay to straight skip to this. It's okay by doing cross multiply. Okay, so next, minus 5x is originally there. I want to bring the 6x over, minus 6x. The 9 is originally there. Now I'm going to bring the 20 over to put it behind. The arrows, everything, please don't write it in your exam. Don't write it. So minus 11x, you owe somebody 5 ringgit, same unknown, right? For x and x, you owe somebody 5 ringgit, you owe another 6, you owe 11 ringgit. So greater equals to 9 minus 20, you get negative 11. So both side negative, you cut, you swap. Therefore, x equals to 11 over 11. You will get x lesser equals than 1. This is the first one. Okay, this is the first one. So we managed to solve the first one. Okay? So the next one. Okay, this one done already. Next, it will be the second one over here. So 3x minus 4 lesser than negative 2 over 3. So 3x lesser than negative 2 over 3 plus 4. Please type calculator. Don't waste your time. Don't do like, teacher, can I do same denominator? What for? Waste your time, right? So this will be a very obvious 10 over 3. So x lesser than, you don't have to swap anything, because this one, although it shows times, but no negative involved. So you're going to divide by 3. Divide by 3. Times move there, divide, man. Divide by 3 means times 1 over 3. It's just like divide by 2 means times 1 over 2 is the same. So x lesser, or maybe just type calculator lah, divide by 3. Okay, so you will get 10 over 9. 10 over 9. Okay, so once you get 10 over 9, or maybe some of you might put 1 over 9. Okay, you might put 1 over 9 is the same. Now, so students, the case is like this. The case is, they are asking you to solve it to get a final answer. Basically, we have 3, is it? No, we have 4 types of solution. What do I mean by 4 types of solution? Okay, I will show you one of it, which is over here. One of it, which is over here, and then after that, you can check out the TOUCHABLE link, chapter 7, how to write the other 4 types of situation. Now, you have one answer over here, we have another one answer over here. So how do I do this into a conclusion? Basically means the common region. Solving means you want to get the common region. Common region. Okay, so I'm going to put like a number line. I'm going to put a number line. And then you start with the smallest, then the biggest. You don't have to put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. No. So the smallest, of course, it will be here, 1. The bigger will be 1 over 9, which is 10 over 9. So you're going to put circle above to indicate greater, lesser, equal, lesser, these kind of symbols. So which one you have to color it? The one with extra line, you color it. And you look at the arrow on where they point. They point it to the left. Same goes to this. They point it to the left. And you notice, if you're going to do cut off, right, you notice the one with double line is actually your common region. So this is your common region. This is your common region. So your conclusion, you always write this one. So therefore, your answer is x lesser equals to 1. So then you get the answer already. In case students don't get what I mean by common region, I get you a few more scenarios. Let's say common region, what's the word common means? Common means same. Okay, so I get you another very, I would say, very popular question. Okay, because I don't want to use the word common. Okay, very popular question. So let's say they said x greater equals than 2 and then x lesser equals to 9, lesser than 9. So they want you to do a conclusion. So for this situation, you draw a line, this will be 2, this will be 9, right? You draw circle, which one color? You color the one with extra lines. The arrow points this direction. Do you know why it points this direction, right? Because according to number line, x greater equals to 2, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So all the values over here, you see 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. Everything points this direction. That's why they draw an arrow to indicate all the answers. You're going to read this way. This is what they're trying to say. And then you notice x lesser than 9, you have what? 9 not included, you have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and blah, blah, blah. And everything goes this direction. So when you do a line to find out the double line, why double line? Because double line means the answers that share. So do you notice, if you really further, you see, if you really further, wait, let me make it smaller and show you more numbers. If you really further the numbers, right, you see, 3, 2, 1, 0, and so on, do you notice this answer repeats? Can you see this answer repeats? This answer repeats. And all these answer actually happens to be here. That's why they want you to do a conclusion like this for this case. This one, same arrow. Can you see x is pointing at 2? X is pointing at 2. So this will be the conclusion when you are solving this kind of situation. But you have to see what kind of inequalities you get. Total, you have 4 different scenarios. Some scenario both points this direction. Then your answer will be this one. If let's say the answer points opposite way, it means no common region. Your answer is no solution. We have 4 situations. Okay? So this is one of the quite popular situation. This one quite popular situation. Normally, most of the question they come out with this instead of the actual question number 3 over here. Okay, so this one super high chance. No lah, 100% you will get it. Okay, now either section A or section B, so you should section C, sorry, section A or section C. So you should be happy if let's say it comes out section C. Long workings with a lot of marks. Okay, last 2 questions. Question number 5 now, everyone. Question number 5. Now, question number 5, it's a bit because it takes a bit of time for me to like understand this question. Because when I flip through the question, I say I didn't do. So I look at this question and I look at question 1 for a lot of time. I'm looking at it. I didn't write the workings. I just look at it for quite some time. Then I don't know how to explain it to students. But okay lah, now can already. Okay, so now I know the answer. But hard to explain. But now okay lah, I explain to you. I understand already on how to explain. Now find the least number of soldiers in a regiment such that they stands in a row of 15, 20, 25. What do they mean by 15, 20, and 25? Meaning, if let's say a roll, I explain the question first. If let's say roll, student, what do we mean by roll? You know when you do marching, let's say you're from like PBSM, Bulan Sabit Merah, or maybe you are from Scout, or maybe KRS, or KRS cadet, police cadet, right? So normally you have marching, right? So when you do marching, you're gonna be in a proper form. So every row, how many cadets stands inside? You have to see what the person, okay, the commander says, correct? So in this case, they are asking, okay, we have a few forms. Okay, we have a few forms. It's either 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Okay, or maybe 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, or maybe 25, 25, 25, 25. So they are asking that if let's say we're gonna get 15, 15, 15, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, or maybe 25, 25, 25, what's the least number of soldier with the correct form? Because eventually you have to form a rectangle, ma. You have to form a rectangle. So what is the total amount for 15, 20, 25 with the least number of soldier inside? Where 15, 20, and 25 can form. So we're going to do what? We're going to do LCM. 15, 20, and 25. So when I keep doing using prime number, can 15, 10, 25, stop. 2 again, because I said already, LCM, any of the number where you can divide by the smallest prime number, you have to use it, right? So 15 cannot, but 10 can, that's why I use 2, 5, then 25, and finally 2 cannot use anymore. If let's say 2 cannot use anymore, then you're going to skip to number 3. Student will say, teacher, here 15, 5, and 25 use 5 lah. I know. But if let's say possible to use smallest, I always use the smallest. It's okay if you, let's say, you want to skip to 5, because eventually you will go back to 3. Okay, so it's okay to mix up the sequence one. It's just that I'm used to it. I'm used to like in ascending order. I'm used to it. So 5 cannot. Then this one 25 cannot. Then now 3 not possible. Then we go to 5. 1, 1, and 5. Then 5 again. 1, 1, and 1. So finally we get our LCM. So the LCM number over here, what does it represent? Okay, so the LCM number over here shows 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. Wait, I will show you how I do it fast. You see this? 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 5, 10. So 10 times 10, 100. 100 times 3, 300. So it means, if you are having like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 15. So how many rows of 15 there? I don't know. But I know that eventually the rectangle forms 300 soldiers. You can do more, but they were asking for least amount, LCM. So 25, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. So 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot. So you have a lot of rows, but obviously lesser already. Obviously lesser already, right? Because 1 row 25 now. So total up 300 as well. So they are asking for, if let's say the row is in a pattern of 15, if let's say the row is in the pattern of 25, if the row is in the pattern of 20, so what is the least amount of that rectangle? How many soldiers inside? 300 is the least amount to form them. Okay, this is what we managed to get, 300. Okay, so after we get this 300, then what I say? Then form a perfect square. Okay, so 300, none really, the perfect square is just for fun. So 300 square. Okay. Sorry. They are asking for perfect square. So what do they want? So you times 3 they times 3. Why times 3? Because they want to make sure this soldier form becomes a square shape. You times 2, you get 600. Okay, student, if you get 600, can you get a square shape? What times what equals to 600? Cannot, ma. If let's say you say, teacher, I times 1 can or not, I still remain as 300 soldiers. Cannot. Because if you make it 300, what times what equals to 300? It will be definitely a rectangle. So, of course, I will triple the amount of soldier inside to make it 900. I will triple the amount in the soldier to make it 900, so that now the pembarisan becomes 300 by 300, 300 by 300. It becomes 30 by 30, then now it becomes a square shape. So they want a total of 900 soldiers inside, something like that. Okay, so students might say, teacher, why times 3? I cannot times with larger number to make it into other prime numbers, man. Can. So the 900 is only one of the possible answers. So 900 is the easiest to form. Okay, it's the easiest to get from you. Okay, so this is another quite powerful question. Okay, quite powerful question. So student might get stuck over here for 3 marks. And then just now previously, there's another one that student might get stuck. Probably, where is it? There this one, question number 3, might only, maybe you get like part of the marks are not like full marks. Okay, then another one the student might got stuck is this one, question B, maybe they will get stuck. And then this one, question number 1 over here also quite powerful. So that's why if let's say another one will be there, this one, just now I said the question number 2 one, this one also one of the thing that student might get stuck. This one okay, this one number 3 normal. So I would say eventually if you talk about whether you can score like a good 90 and above for majority of the students in the class, right? Not really. First term exam, yes. Majority of the students actually score above 80 marks. Okay, above 80 marks for first term exam. Because only like, how many chapters? 4? Not even Algebraic expression, right? That's why a lot of students 80 above, 80 above. Of course, there are still students like score 60 plus, but final term exam, if you talk about whether there will be more students scoring 80 and above, just like first term exam, no, impossible. There will be students that remain or maybe maintain 80 over, 90 over. Definitely there will be. But it's just that there will be more students drop. Drop as in the marks, because the question seriously powerfully. You have to attempt a lot of questions. The more question you attempt, the better. You know that. I already explained the reasoning. Question number 2. Okay, question number 2, right? The following diagram shows a rectangle. So they say find the value of x. Here, rectangle same length. So 4x minus 1 equals to 2x plus 3. Bring the x together. You see? Put it over here, minus 2x. 3 originally there, put it back. Move the minus 1 over. You move the minus 1 over. Put it behind. You get plus 1. 2x equals to 4. X equals to 4 over 2. Your form 1 now, don't forget. X equals to 2. So I solved the x already. 2 marks. If the perimeter of the rectangle is more than 34. Wow, they use the word more than. More than 34. I already said, your mom said eat more than 5 broccolis. Cannot more than equals to. You have to eat over more than. Calculate the minimum value of the integer y. Okay, normal. So since I have one side already, 4 bracket 2 plus minus 1, 8 minus 1 equals 7. So it means it will be 7 plus 7, you see, 7 plus 7 plus 2, y plus 2, because y plus 2 up and down. So that becomes your parameter already. Parameter means all the outer lines, you're going to plus them together. So this one more than 34, right? More than 34. So this one 14, you expand, you get plus 2y, plus 2 times plus 2 plus 4, greater than 34. Then 14 plus 4, you get 18, right? 18 is just a normal plus minus. You bring it to the other side, minus 18. 2y greater than 34 minus 18, you get 16. Y greater than 16 divided by 2, no swap required because it's just normal times divide without negative tagging along. Y greater than 8. So once you get y greater than 8, therefore the minimum number, the minimum value, you are solving it now, you're getting the final answer now. The minimum value, they didn't ask for how many of them, they just asked for minimum means 1 only. So your minimum amount, obviously it will be 9. You cannot 8, I said already. Your mom said minimum eat 8 broccolis. Not minimum, sorry. Oh my gosh. They are asking for minimum value from your y greater than 9. Y greater than 8. Y greater than 8, you have to eat 9. So minimum will be 9. So that would be B lah. Okay, normal. This one normal. So question number 3, then we have our last question 6. Okay, we have our last question 6. Okay, this one actually nothing much, because they draw the whole thing for you already. You see, the diagram shows vertical poles, which is 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. So basically, you got this already, the angle. But whether you need it or not later. Then the angle of depression means go down. of point Q from P. Remember I said from P, you go P, draw eyeball, eye level parallel to the ground, and then you're going to look at Q. So you see, yeah, they already put it for you. Because if they didn't draw it for you, high chance student will draw like this and put the angle 23 over here. Gone. Common mistake if let's say no drawing given. So the next one, just to check, angle of elevation go up, Q from R. So you go R over here, then you draw eye level, which is same as your ground. Then you draw up to Q, go up 37, correct. So nothing much, all the calculation all good already. Determine the value of X. So you want to get this angle first. You see, I just draw one extra line, which is parallel to up and down. Then I use Z to transfer 37. I use Z to transfer the 23. Therefore, X equals to 180. Yeah. Minus 23, minus 37. This one rubbish. Not even something pro. Something like you don't really need your angle elevation differential so you can get the answer. Check. Okay, so that 120, nothing much. A very simple question. Our final part, question 6. Now, so I'm going to end question 6 now. But you notice I put extra question over here. I'm going to do extra. So this paper is actually more than 100 marks per year. Okay, then you notice over here we still have data handling. We still have this construction. Right? So I will stop at data handling. For construction, right? I will do it in a separate video so that you can see how I use my hand and how I pick up the compass, how I draw it. Remember in normal class I said I don't hold the compass by the tip on top. I hold the compass by the middle part. Although it looks a bit weird, but that would be one of the best way to handle your compass. I'll do it in a separate video. Okay, so that will be the construction part where you have to construct complete polygons. I promise in the class, right? I said chapter 9, after we're done already, I'm going to teach you how to draw polygons, right? So I promise everything. I do it for you, but you have to promise me one thing. You have to do the work. That's all. Okay, since 3 weeks ago, I've been talking about that, right? So I'm pretty sure, I wouldn't say all, but I'm pretty sure you'll start the question already. Okay, so our final few parts. Okay, final few parts. Let's do it. Okay, final few parts. Okay, very good. Julia has Rm x plus 2 in her purse. That's the total, obviously. Okay, that's the total. She spent 20 and withdraw. Spend 20 means x minus 2 minus 20 you spend already. And then withdraw from the bank. Okay, so you're gonna withdraw from the bank means you go ATM, you take money out, you put it back into your purse. So that will be extra 3x minus 15. Okay, you put it, you have extra. In the end, she has 85 more than what she had at first. So this is equivalent to the original value, okay, original value plus 85. Done. I mean, I'm done with forming the equations. Then solve the value of x, okay? X plus 2 minus 20 plus 3x minus 15. Because plus, it won't affect it. Plus and plus is still plus. That's how you see. Plus and minus is still minus, so nothing much. Okay, then equals to this one, also nothing much. Just open it, right? Students, let me show you something very, very easy. Can you see both sides, you get the same thing, you can just cut it off. You know why? Because when you bring this positive x over, you get minus x, right? X minus x gone. That's why you see I cut off already. Then plus 2 and plus 2. Plus 2 and plus 2, nothing already, cut off. Okay, then you see, this one, okay, nothing to cut already, so we just continue. 3x equals to 85 plus 20 plus 15, because I take this and move it to the other side. The arrows, the double underlines that I explained in the class, don't write it in your exam. Okay, don't write it in your exam. So 85 plus 20 plus 15, you will get 3x equals to 120. X equals to 120 over 3. X equals to 120 over 3, you get 40. So I got my x answer. X equals to 40. Done. Okay, so forming equation. So one of the quite popular linear equation style question. Okay, linear equation. And number 2, it's about straight lines. Okay, straight line polygons, something like that. Okay, so I remember we did something similar in your chapter 8. Chapter 8 and chapter 9 kind of similar to each other. Or you did parallels, or it's just that for your chapter 9 polygon, you have sum of interior 180. For triangles, you have sum of interior for quadrilateral 360. That's the only extra things inside. Okay, the rest you have been using straight lines, intersections, parallel. You have been using the same rules in your chapter 10 as well. Chapter 9, sorry. Chapter 9 polygon. So let's look at the question. ABC parallel, double slash means parallel to DEFG. So let's look at it. Since they mentioned this is parallel to the other side, so it means whenever I get a transversal, I will be able to instantly transfer the angles up. Looks like I can transfer this instantly. 3x is equals to 4x minus 10. What else? What else that I can do? Okay, never mind. We just solve the x first. So see whether you can fit anything else. So bring this 4 over 3x minus 4x equals to minus 10. Minus x equals minus 10. Therefore, x equals to 10. Okay, I solved the x already. And once I solve the x, everybody, let me tell you something. Do you notice this thing over here? This thing over here, it's 3 times 10 equals to 30 degrees. So it means I'll be able to transfer the 30 degrees over here. This is 30 degrees. So I notice that this will be what? This will be 30 degrees minus y. Okay, right? That will be 30 degrees minus y. But I repeat, there is so many different ways for you to solve it. I'm just telling you what I see. Okay, I'm just telling you what I see. And why I want to get that 30 minus y, because what I noticed using my instinct, the first impression when I see it, I noticed I can solve it using something called what? Interior angle. But I already said there is so many different ways for you to handle it. Some student even say something like, teacher, I noticed this 30 minus y, we can transfer it over here and use 180. Same one. That's why so many things that you can play with. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna play now. So everyone, okay, so I continue. So I will get this part. Okay, I'll get this part. Okay, I will highlight for you probably. Like this, you see, I'm using this to continue. So this angle, I got it ready. This angle, I got it ready. And I'll put it over here like interior angle, 30 degrees plus minus y, sorry, plus 11y plus 10 degrees equals to 180 because of interior angle, due to interior angles. So, open up. I'm writing extra workings. Open it up. Open up. You see, open up. So minus y plus 11, 10y, of course, 10y. So 30 and 10, obviously that will be positive. You bring to the other side, minus them. 10y equals to 180 minus 30 and minus 10, you get 140. So therefore, y equals to 140. I'm still insist in that complete workings for form 1. So I got my y already and my x as well. Okay, so that's the process. Remember to put angles. So number 2 done already, and final question. So that will be actually this one number 3 Okay, I select from the other class, the other exam paper. So we have number 3 and number 4. Okay, number 3 and number 4. So there will be extra more than 100 marks already. So final few parts. Okay, final few parts, everybody. Okay, come. Diagram 3.2 shows rectangle, so this will be 10 as well. Okay, this will be 10 as well. And then what else? Given that JK is half of your FG. Okay, so I can use that. JK equals to half of FG. FG is 10. JK equals to 5. So I found it 5. So the next one, calculate the perimeter of the shaded region. Okay, so looks like I have to get EJ as well lah. So I write perimeter, of course it will be 10 plus 5. You see, 10 plus 5 plus your EJ plus your HK. So of course that will be 15 plus my EJ. I have to put it over here lah. EJ equals to 24 minus 13. So that will be how much? 24 minus 13. That will be a confirmed 11 lah. So I put there 11. HK, okay, HK. Oh, so is there any other information for you to talk about this HK thing? No. So students, looks like, you know what? You know what? We need something called what? Pythagoras theorem. We have to apply it 2 times. You cannot say something like, teacher, the k is a midpoint, so I take the 24 divided by 2. You cannot say that. You cannot say that because they didn't specify. They didn't specify. So now we're gonna do what? We're gonna, in order to solve the HK, we have to solve the KF first. So KF equals to Pythagoras theorem. It's in your Google Classroom, everybody. And if let's say for students where you are not in my class, you need Pythagoras theorem explanation, is in the touchable link. I put it there for you. You can't find it, go IG, ask me. I send the link to you as well. Okay, if you need it. So it will be a square root, longest 13 square minus the shorter 5 square. You will get 12 cm for that. And then next, you need the whole thing, then you can minus the 12 ma. So the whole thing is HF. So that will be the longest if you compare to this right angle triangle. Just now we are referring to this, you see? Just now, these are KF. We are referring to this. I show it to you. We are referring to this KF. This one is 13, this one is 5. You minus to get this. So the next one for FK, probably I draw it for you as well. I put it to the top a bit. So we have a few workings which is important, you see. This one, working number 1, working number 2, important workings number 3, important workings number 4. Okay, this one, HF. So HF comes from this huge right angle triangle with 10 and 24 cm. With 10 and 24 cm, everybody. So this 10 and 24 cm, I want to get my HF. The longest one, you will plus them, 10 square plus 24 square. So 10 square plus 24 square, then you square root the answer, you get 26. So therefore your your HK, equals to 26 minus 12 equals to how much? 26 minus 12, you will get 14. You will get 14. So workings, you have to make sure, although it's like little workings, you still have to make sure you got all the informations. You're gonna plus 14. So once you plus everything already, so 15 plus 11 plus 14, so finally you get 40. So that will be 40 cm for perimeter. Okay, for perimeter. Then calculate the area of the shaded region. Wow, this one's simple. But reminder, this one is Form 1, Chapter 13. Do you notice perimeter area involving Pythagoras theorem? The level is different. Okay, so one of the quite I would say high chance question in your coming term exam. Okay, so next, number 2, calculate the area in cm square of the shaded region. Simple. Take a rectangle, I'm drawing it visually for you to see, minus a small right angle triangle, minus the largest right angle triangle. But if let's say you are fast enough, you know what you will do? You know it will be this triangle, then minus this only. So you might want to straight take this one half. So up to you, okay? So just go ahead and be creative. So this one will be 10 and 24. I will do 10 times 24 lah. Then minus height, height and base, don't play height and base. So 1 over 2 times 5 times 12. Reason, this is a triangle. That's why you have to times 1 over 2. Okay, can? Now, then the next one. Okay, then the next one comes in. The next one, it's about the huge triangle, 10, 24. So it will be 10 times 24 times 1 over 2. That's why I said earlier you can just times 1 over 2 if you want. Okay, now, so finally, you will complete it. You notice I didn't write any units during my workings. I always write the units at the end of the answer, right? So 10, 24, you get 240. Then this one will be 30. This one will be 120, obviously. 240. So in the end, you will get 90 cm squared. Okay, can? So final answer, question number 4. It's a homework to everybody. You have 2 homework to try it out to impress me in WhatsApp or maybe in the Instagram. You just type Liang Mathematics, you will find it. Send it to me. You don't tag me, I shy. You just send it to me so I can see how you work out the working. Of course, my existing students just send WhatsApp to me. Okay, so I want to see how you solve it. Question number 4. And remember the previous one in section A on using calculator, right? Using calculator, go ahead, use calculator and solve it. So if let's say you don't know, I already put the link there. You can use it. Then please impress me. Okay, impress me. So you know already, just let me know, teacher. I know how to use the calculator thing already. Okay, so there's 2 things for you to try it out lah. And finally, this data handling last question over here, then we will stop. Construction, it will be a separate video for you, but not so soon. I'll make it like probably in weekends. Okay, so students, finally, data handling. I think like roughly 10 minutes we can finish already. Okay, so now classify whether the following data as categorical data or numerical data. What is categorical data and numerical data? The causes of global warming, it will be categorical. Okay, categorical data. So what do they mean by categorical data? Like for example, global warming, it's a quite serious case, right? So what are the causes to it? You have, for example, maybe the pollution, maybe like this. I mean, when you read geography, there is like few types of causes that causes this global warming. So all the different types of causes, right? It's not numbers. They are like a title. Okay, one of it, like I already said, population. Maybe what is that called? Like air pollution, or you have like probably you cut up too many trees, something like that. So there is like causes part by part, not in numbers but in titles. Okay, so like for example, let's say we're gonna talk about the type of gender in the class, categorical. Okay, something like that. Because you have boy and girls, right? So that are categorical. So that's the meaning. It's not numbers, but it's a title. It's a title that represents something, not numbers. Okay, monthly average temperature in Malaysia. Obviously, this will be numerical. Another example to numerical. Okay, maybe I would say, what else? Numerical. The mathematic marks from for the class. Numerical data. Correct? Something like that, no? Okay, so means of transport, it means type of transport to workplace, categorical. Okay, not can so that's the meaning. Okay, one each. One mark for each. This one, part B. Okay, part B. This one you have to be careful with the calculation. A lot of students, although they learn pie chart in primary, but they still don't get it. But let me show you a better way to understand it. So in order to convert to percentage, you notice, like, teacher, what do you mean by percentage? I thought this one pie chart is angle. I tell you, to convert to percentage, to convert to pie chart, which is a circle of 360, okay? Or maybe you want to convert to total, okay? Total frequency. Total frequency means number of lah, okay? Number of, okay? Number of. You always times with maximum. Times with 100, you times with maximum, which is 360. You times with your total frequency. Let's say your total frequency is about this. Let's say I talk about our normal class. Okay, talk about normal class. Our yesterday, Tuesday normal class, there is 80 students in the class. So 80 students will be the total. The total lor. So that would be total frequency. Total frequency means total number of students, total number of shoes, the total number of something. That would be the TF thing, total frequencies. So what do you place in front? Okay, what do you place in front? Is the same, I would say, it's the same thing. It's the same shit. Yeah, so you're gonna place what you need on top. What you need. What you need on top. Then you always divide by total. You always divide by total. What you need divide by total. What you need divide by total. The what you need divide by total, right? It depends on, you get it from pie chart, you get it from total frequencies, you get it from percentage, nobody cares. So like for example, in this case, you notice they are asking for what? They are asking for, I read the whole thing first. A study has been carried out on a group of 120 teenagers, students. 120 teenagers is the what? Is the total frequency. Total frequency. Okay, so in case you want to know how to spell frequency, I put it here. Frequency. In bahasa, it's called kekerapan. Kekerapan. So in a village about their favorite sports, the data obtained is represented by the pie chart. So it looks like the 120, you can put it over here. Right, but it depends on maybe you need it here, maybe you need it here, it depends. Okay, so just to tell you that's the total frequency thing. Then the pie chart gives you all the angle check. So this extra thing over here, you know lah. So they say determine the size of angle of sector representing teenager for swimming. So it will be 360 minus every single angle given there. You will get it. So let's minus them. 360, 108, 123, 81, yeah, 48 degrees. Okay, 48 degrees. So this one you know already, 48 degrees. And then what else? They say complete the table. Check. Complete the table in percentage. Then you select percentage. Then you see what kind of information you get. In this case, they didn't get you total frequency. They get you the what? They get you the pie chart amount. Then you use pie chart. So what you need the fishing 108, or what you need maybe I put same color lah. See what you need, fishing 108. Divide by total 360 because since you are using angle, then you use the angles total. If you are using frequency, then you use your frequencies total. So it depends on what you want. Then times with, because they want to convert to percentage, then you times 100. Then you follow the rest. Okay, then you follow the rest. So I'll just write everything nicely first. Swimming 48 over 360. Jogging 81 over 360. Badminton 123 over 360. And the rest, because they want to make it percentage, you have to times 100. Okay, you have to times 100. You have to put the answer there. Okay, you have to put the answer there. So the answer, don't put wrongly, a student put it over here. My gosh, try that. So this one, of course, 108 times 360. Okay, times 360. Times pula. 108 divided by 360, and then times 100, you will get 30%. 30%. So this one, 48 over 360 times 100, you will get 13.1 over 3%. I try not to put decimal so be careful I personally hate decimal, so I put fraction in this case to make it more accurate. So this will be 22.5%. Finally, 1, 2, 3, you will get this is 34.1 over 6%. Okay, percent. Why 22.5? I put decimal because 0.5 1 over 2. So 0.5 just 1 decimal is okay lah. Then the number of teenager, the number of teenager. So since you have all the things ready, students, you know what you do? You do the same thing. You just times with what? Then you see that you want to convert into number of times 120. You use the same red color part. This what you need thing. You use the same red color part. See 108 over 360, and then blah 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 for the rest, and then you times with what? You times with 120. You're using this one. So then you get the answer already. So this one I skip. Let you all do it yourself. Okay. Now move. Finally, remember construction will be a separate video. Okay, separate video. Same thing. I'll post it in my YouTube. Okay, I'll post it in my YouTube. I will remind everybody in our Google Classroom as well. Okay, so that will be for my existing students. If let's say you are not in my class, of course you can follow YouTube. Okay, YouTube, I will update this limited information for you. Okay. Limited information as in this one, and then construction, and the rest of it, like the touchable also I provide for you already. Okay, so the pictogram shows the number of oranges sold by Chin Mei in a day. One represents 40. One represents 40. One orange represents 40 of them. So one grade A, grade B, grade C orange is sold at 80 cents, 70 cents, and 55 cents respectively. Calculate the amount of money received by selling all the oranges in that day. Wow. So there is 8 of them, 4 of them, right? Is it? No, this one 7. Nearly do it wrongly. This one 5 of them. So 7 times 40 times how many cents? Times 80 cents. 4 times 40, you know why 4 times 40, right? Because one picture there indicates 40 oranges. So 4 times 40 times how much? 70 cents. Grade C, 5 times 40 times 55. Then you hantam everything lah, right? You hantam everything, you will get the final answer already. So if you type into your calculator, suppose your final answer will be 22400, and then 11200 from the calculator, then 11000. Eventually, you will get 44600 cents according to what they mentioned. If you put RM, possible. But since they didn't mention everything in cent, you use cent. But suppose if you put RM, no harm lah, because they didn't mention which one to put, so it's okay. So I got my answer already. If the information given in the pictogram is represented by a pie chart, they didn't ask you to draw a pie chart, but if let's say they really want you to draw it, I tell you something, if they really want you to draw it, always use radius around 2.5 cm. Okay, around 2.5 cm. So you know what is radius 2.5 cm or not? Compass. You open up, you measure. In case they really ask you to draw it yourself, but normally they will prepare the circle for you with the sector in the middle. So you take a ruler, you take a ruler and you measure 2.5 cm like this. Roughly. They didn't fix, then you measure 2.5, you measure. So after you measure 2.5 cm radius, then you poke circle. That circle will be considered reasonable, not too small, not too big. If let's say you draw like 5 cm, wow, so big, how to do? Not to say how to do, but too big. You cannot present it inside. So around 2.5 if they want you to draw, but this one only. Okay, then calculate the angle of sector. Then how do you draw the angles? You have to use protractor. The half circle, protractor. This one, protractor. You have to measure. Okay, so that one is if they want it, if they want you to draw a pie chart. Okay, so they want the angle of sector. So as usual, just now I said what you need divide by total times 360, because they want pie chart, circle. What do you need? You need grade B oranges. Grade B oranges, according to the amount over here, it will be how much? 4 times 40 of them. And the total over here will be 7 plus 4 plus 5 total, how much? 16 of them times 40 to get the total. Okay, because I want to make it proper. Then times 360 degrees. Then by right, you will hantam blah blah blah. You will get final answer 90 degrees. Call off. Students, for the few students that join in this early morning session, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of students you are in tuition. It's okay. Okay, it's okay, because this one is like sudden, right? So this is what I prepare for you. Okay, your normal class model people. an extra go through of one of the, I personally think, quite okay, quite worth doing exam paper. And then of course I prepared in the description below, okay, there is extra powerful I would say exam paper for you to try it out. And yeah, okay, do it. You have any question, let me know. Okay, let me know in what, in the chat, in Instagram, anything. We will support each other in social media. Okay, so I'll stop here. I'll stop here and stay tuned for construction. Okay, construction will be, which is something like this, about polygons, construction using compass, using ruler. Yeah. So these are the things that I'm going to do with you, because this one like high chance you will get it really on. Okay, super high chance. Okay, so I'll stop here. I'll see you again in normal class. Okay, thank you everybody. Bye. No problem, Kingsley. Bye. All the best. All the best.